Nothing I got to prove, nothing I got to lose. I will not follow you. It is my time to choose. Nothing I got to prove, nothing I got to lose. I will not follow you. It is my time to choose. It is my time to move. I will not follow through, cause I got my own mind, winning on my own time. Didn't come when I want it, but it's always on time. I'ma go and get it, and it's all part of my vision. Then I'ma show everyone I can make it. I'm different. You can't stop what you can't see. No more chains, yeah, I'm truly free. I pay my dues, it ain't come cheap. No more chains on me, you can't hold me down. 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 Yeah, no more, no more, no more. 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 You can't hold me. Look at where I came from. I can never fall back to the same ones. Only good vibes now, but the hard times is what we raised from. Turn to the ambition we are made from. We don't run, we don't fall, we don't stop, we don't fail. We take all our doubts, the dark clouds, and we still prevail. Raise a fist to the sky, a solution's there. And we stand for the dreamers, a revolution's here. You cannot stop us. You cannot stop us. There's nothing you can do.
Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait.
Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, B-Lin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emmy clip, Emmy Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. Gaming Morning Show is underway. It is the Tuesday edition, March 8th, 2022. Thanks for being along for the ride. Wherever you may be, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Sports.gaming, look, it's Mike O. Left side of your screen, I am Hefty Goof, and we have some plans. They're good ones, too. It's coming up with Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News at 6:25 this morning. 6:50, we'll have birthdays this day in gaming history, so if you have a birthday shout-out you would wish us to make, let us know, because we would love to wish you a happy birthday as well. It's going to be a good show. I have a sauce story to share, which is going to be fun. We are on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Scott Chick, I am JF Downs. Kate Zaid opening things up with the pre-show crew, per the usual. It's good to see everybody this morning. We'll also have our topic of the day and some of the days of the day coming up shortly. You're wearing red today, Sean.
Yeah, brand new shirt. First time wearing a red shirt, so I thought today was a good day to break it out for the first time ever. It just came in the mail yesterday in the branching out new colors.
You know what they say about red?
It's
a color.
Like a darker pink.
Yeah, a lighter green, but not really.
It's like purple minus the blue.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Orange and yellow together in harmony, or somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. Iowa.
Iowa, the red shirt state. I think they said that somewhere on the internet, probably.
Something like that. I don't know.
Somewhere.
You are wearing a cap. What do we got today? Is that the narwhal one?
Oh, heck yeah. That's the only thing I put on my head.
Just narwhals.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Is there
Look,
anything
it's
else?
Myko wears
Nothing else
narwhals.
exists.
Narwhals on his head all the time.
Nothing else exists. Nothing really exists to me.
Drew Mega's here. Good morning to you as well. Today is many things. It is National Peanut Cluster Day.
Don't say that too fast.
How does that differ from peanut brittle?
This was just like a big old cluster.
I think a brittle is flat. I think a cluster is like not flat.
Okay, I'll accept it.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Ding. National Organize Your Home Office Day today.
Well, I technically have access to my primary studio space. I could organize my home office back into that space today, I suppose. That seems like it's just jinxing it, though, and someone else will come and need that bed, so maybe I'll just stay here for a while.
It's like, it's great. I finally have this space clean, ready for myself. Oh! Never mind.
Just kidding.
Mike's office looks
We
pretty
don't
good.
talk about Mike's office.
I think it looks pretty good. I was going to ask you, though, geographically, and maybe we need to have our official cartographer and diagrammer, JF Downs, draw this out. But which direction's the newsroom from your camera?
It's under the desk.
Oh, it's like an elevator.
Yeah. I have a secret button that I press and I just go down.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because otherwise, the office, I think, is looking good. Diego doing okay?
He's great. It's almost the springtime, so he's starting to come out for more than an hour a day. I think we're up to like an hour and 7 minutes, so that's great. But yeah, no, he's great. Hey, you in there? I mean, I don't see him
It's
right now, so
Diego,
he could be
the
somewhere else.
gaming morning lizard. Ba-dum-bum.
Bob's been wanting to sing that song forever.
Diego hears that song all the time. Yeah. It just happens. It's like,
It's his alarm clock.
yeah, more or less. I come down here and I just start singing to him, and he pokes his little head out. He's like, "Shut up!" And I'm like, "All right, sorry."
Trying to sleep. I'm Diego.
At a late night, here in the cave, doing lizardy things.
It's National Proofreading Day. Unique Names Day. And it is National Oregon Day. Have you ever traveled to Oregon?
Yeah, and I got yelled at for saying that.
Yeah, you should have. But at the same time, like, that's not the worst one I've ever heard in terms of butchering a state. I mean, you could look at that and say, that's spelled Oregon. There's just no E at the end, so.
Yeah. My first experience in Oregon was with that, actually. I think I've told this story before, where I got off the plane in 2006 and called my mom to tell her I landed, and I was like, "Hey, I made it in Oregon," and some random lady was like, "It's Oregon!" And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
And then you just got right back on the plane.
Yep, and I was like, "All right, well,
Nope, not doing this.
Don't worry, Mom, I'm coming home.
going home, Mom."
Good morning to you, Papa Paz. Papa Paz says,
Top of the moron.
Mike looks so good.
Oh, thanks.
You do.
Eh,
If you would like,
I don't know what the other one was, but I'll take that one too.
And if you would like your chat to look so good, you can. All you have to do is go to Look It's Myco on Twitch, and you can sign up for a subscription to Mike's channel and get these wonderful custom emotes for GMS. And then you can go to
Emote song.
Venus World, and you get that so good one too. That was from Earthling Gaming, who showed us that one in the first place. Today is International Women's Day. It's trending on Twitter. We are asking you the question, as a global celebration to commemorate women and call to action for accelerating gender parity on Twitter. Who are the most impactful women in your life? Mine was one of my teachers. I have had family, women in my family who've had an impact on me, certainly. But there was a teacher, you remember that story you told us about, like, the rocket pack and you were going to send people to the moon or something like that? And then some teacher was like, oh no, it was the Camelback. It was not a rocket pack. That's a whole different thing.
It wasn't a rocket pack. Yep.
You didn't build the rocket pack prototype?
Nope. Definitely didn't do that.
Still rough if you built that thing. It's like, look, I can go to the moon right now. Your 6th grade teacher or whatever was like, nah, doubt you can. Rough. Anyway, you built a Camelback. Your teacher was like, nah. I had a teacher who was the exact opposite, who I was like, I'm going to do this stuff. And that teacher was like, hell yeah, you are. And I was like, okay. So, yeah.
Nice.
I don't recall any prototypes for rocket packs, though.
Just Camelbacks.
We're going to take this water to the moon!
Oh my gosh. I wish I'd come up with a rocket pack now. That would have been great.
I mean, I picture Myco, if we go through like Myco's archives, I picture Myco having like drawings of rocket packs for some reason.
I'm sure that there's some like what was the Rocketeer. I'm sure at some point I have drawn that and stuff like that. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Rocketeer when I was. That's a movie, Ryan. Just wanted to share that.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's the one where that guy's in the helmet and has a Camelback on his back the whole time.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, and his teacher told him he sucked.
In case he got
like,
thirsty,
right? Yeah. But no, definitely I drew that, so I guess I'm not wrong.
When's the last time you watched The Rocketeer?
Probably like a year ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably a couple years ago. I watched it with my kiddos.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that one I kind of wrote off. Maybe I need to check that one out again.
It was a great movie.
Was it a great
Yeah.
Independence Day is a great movie.
I think the Rocketeer could have dispatched the aliens faster.
Really?
Personally. Yeah.
Faster than Will Smith?
Oh yeah, because he had a rocket on his back
And lots of
Sharp.
water.
and a sharp fin on his head. So he would have just flown right there and just sliced him right down.
Kate Sade goes, one time for International Women's Day, the guy I was seeing brought me cheese. When I asked where my flowers were, because that is usually what he gives, he says, what would you do with flowers? You can't eat flowers.
I mean, he's got a point.
Not wrong.
I guess it depends on what the cheese was.
Yeah, what kind of cheese was it?
If it's some smoked Gouda, that guy is gonna see a whole new world. If it was like Lindbergher, though, forget that.
Lindbergher.
Yeah.
When's the last time you watched The Rocketeer and had Lindbergher cheese?
That's Friday's details. Thursday, Friday night. I haven't told the kids yet, so
Yeah. Our secret. Papa Paz goes, Kate Sade and Austin Attack, when we asked the question, who are some of the most impactful women in your life? Austin Attack, co-host of GMS, Kate Sade in the chat this morning. Streamer on Twitch, and many other things. Kate's
And
actually
wonderful things.
a proud parent of a rabbit that's blowing up on TikTok.
What? Wait, hold on. Isn't that, I feel like that's probably against TOS, isn't it? To explode animals?
Oh no! Did I misunderstand what you meant by
violation?
by blowing up? Can we get a welfare check on the rabbit, please? Is everything
Makes
good
sense
over
why
there?
Kate likes these animals so much. Jeez.
Well, and to be honest, I think that TikTok is labeled ASMR, so
Oh gosh.
Are explosions ASMR?
Wow. That's terrible.
All right, I'm about to make an explosion.
the eardrums just blow up. Kate, don't recommend blowing up your rabbits. That is not an official recommendation from Gaming Morning Show. Keep the rabbits intact. Down's a little concerned. We might be pushing the limits of official diagrammer rule with the I can't draw elevators. Like, elevators are the one thing that Downs cannot draw.
Oh no. I didn't know Downs had any limitations.
Yeah, this is very sad to hear.
Well, I recall him saying, he's like, I won't draw elevators anymore, not since the incident.
Well, technically, he doesn't have to draw an elevator. He can just draw like a multi-level. O Studio. Studio O.
Yeah, the elevator can be implied.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, you can share how you watch GMS in our Discord as well. We've been getting pictures from all over the world of people watching Gaming Morning Show and how they watch it. Whether you're holding up your iPad next to your face and at a very steep angle, or you're watching us from the shower. There's no bad way.
I usually use my eyeballs and my earballs to watch the show.
Interesting technique.
Yeah, yeah. I've tried to do it through osmosis before, and that doesn't work very well. Where I just hold my turned off phone to my head. Can't do it.
It's not absorbing.
Zordon? What?
Bryan Cranston's best role of all time. Most popular.
I think it's the only thing he's ever done. I don't know if he's ever done anything else.
According to Cleveland.com.
Yeah.
Drew Mega goes, can't draw an elevator but can draw a vertical monitor. Suspect. Drew Mega's got a point.
Vertical monitors, the elevator of monitors.
Yep.
Maiko's sitting there perfectly aligned for a goal. I sit there and nudge it about a millimeter out of his reach.
Notice that, are we in like a higher bracket now?
See, that's what we were talking about yesterday.
Guys are flying like rocketeers.
They're camelbacks. Well, I was watching Perfect Lioness play this as well yesterday, and Kira kept saying something to the same effect, like, man, is this game harder than I remember it? So maybe Epic just turned on, with the acquisition of Bandcamp, they're like, oh, we need to make this game a lot harder. That could be a thing. I don't know.
Wait, you mean Bandcamp, the music service?
Yeah. No one knows why Epic bought Bandcamp. Maybe it was to make Rocket League harder.
Boredom?
Meanwhile,
I got sick of the same 6 songs in Rocket League.
Meanwhile, Sean's up there being like, this game's not hard, you guys just suck.
Yeah.
Get better.
To be fair, I think this is the first time I booted up this game since like January.
Nice. Welcome back.
Yeah.
The Maiko Rocket League reunion tour. Thanks for being here in Chicago.
Chicago.
That's where all reunion tours kick off, is Chicago. You can look it up. It's on the internet. 6:25 West Coast time, 9:25 out east. It is 2:25 for those watching GMS in the UK. When you wish upon a bear, there's no distance that you should bear between you and the bear. Open the damn window, bear. That was more of a offbeat poem.
It was more of a demand this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Bear.
slam poetry.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Bear. Come out of your window. We need to see you right away. Now.
Get out.
Bear, 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Bear.
Thank you, 45. Why am I talking into two pens?
It's one of my favorite rappers.
Two pens?
Two pins.
They're great. I love two pens.
It's a Pilot G4.
What's their first album?
Yeah.
Let's get the news.
Like a G4, like a G4.
Here's hashtag video game expert Shawn.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 8th, 2022, and this is your gaming morning show, morning gaming news. GTA 5 and GTA Online are making their way to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. We've talked about it a little bit. We have some new details I thought I'd share. We have the pricing details for the next gen consoles, and the fact that there aren't any free upgrades for people who already own the games on other platforms. But could be worse. The price on next-gen consoles is going to be $40. However, for the first 3 months after launch on the PlayStation 5, it will be 75% off, and you can get it for $9.99, which is a pretty good price. This version of the game includes the single-player story mode and GTA Online. The standalone version of GTA Online for the PlayStation 5 is free for the first 3 months and will be $20 after that point. On the Xbox side of things, the discount's a little lower. It's only 50% off for the first 3 months, so that'll be $19.99. After that, it will go up to its $40. This also includes GTA Online, just like the other one. GTA Online for the first 3 months will not be free on the Xbox platforms, but will be on sale for $9.99. And then it will go up to its normal $19.99 price tag.
So crystal clear, straightforward pricing. Got it.
That's a lot of numbers.
Why they couldn't just make it the same on both, I don't know. But moral of the story is if you want to play GTA on next gen consoles, you should buy it in the first 3 months because it's cheaper on whatever platform.
That's a very valuable summary of what was a very complicated thing. If we had poor JF Downs have to diagram what you just said about how to pay for that thing, his arm would fall off. I don't want to make that
The
happen.
worst flowchart ever.
Yes.
Yep. So check it out. Or if you like free things and you have a PlayStation 5, just play GTA Online for the first 3 months because it's free. And free is always cheaper than not free.
Is it though?
Usually.
But the most important question is the Rocketeer going to be in GTA 5?
Probably. I think they put just about every other property in GTA at this point. So
Is Fortnite in GTA?
is the Rocketeer in Fortnite? Because that's actually a really good fit.
I feel like he may have been at one point.
Speaking of video games, Forspoken is a video game that we thought was going to come out in May. It's not coming out in May anymore. No. So we've entered delay season.
Oh.
So a long time ago, a bajillion games got delayed, and then all of them came out in February. And now that all of the video games have come out, now we have to start delaying new video games. So Forspoken is one of the first big ones to get that fate. Originally, it was going to come out in May 24th. They've pushed it to October 11th of this year. This is a magic-based RPG, and the developers have said, quote, "We've made the decision to move the release date for Forspoken to October 11th, 2022. Our vision for this exciting new IP is to deliver a game world and hero that gamers across the globe will want to experience for years to come. So getting it right is extremely important to us. To that end, during the next few months, we will focus all of our efforts on polishing the game. Can't wait for you to experience Frey's journey this fall. Thank you for your understanding and continued support. We look forward to sharing more about Forspoken with you soon." This is always a good choice. I mean, choosing to delay a game to make it better is always a good decision. So I'm not gonna be too upset. Speaking of delays, some Steam Deck pre-orders are being delayed.
No.
This is from Kat Bailey of IGN. In wake of the Steam Deck's release last week, many fans are waiting anxiously for the email giving them the green light to order their unit. Meanwhile, others, some further down the line, are finding that they will have to wait a little bit longer. Over on the Steam Deck subreddit, some users are reporting that their order availability has been pushed from Q3 2022 to after Q3 2022. Which is probably my favorite way of a company delaying something. They're like, "Hey, we were expecting this in like May, and now we're expecting it in after May. We'll figure it out later."
So what you're saying is my delay means it's going to be later than it was originally?
Yep. So it works.
By some number.
And Valve has said that they want to sell millions of units, and they expect to be selling hundreds of thousands of units per month by next April. But first, this means they have to, get those in hand so they can sell them. They should have talked to Sony about the difficulty of selling things they don't have. And always last but not least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. Back to you in the newsroom.
Again?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
We our source for like all the games that no one else reports as being out isn't doing his job. And nothing big is out, so the lists otherwise say nothing. So we have nothing out. No video games. Just turn your systems off.
Or just don't get a system. Haha, I'm ahead of you, guy.
But name of the morning goes to Sports.Gaming. Congratulations.
Wow.
I did it. Thank you.
Speech.
Thank you. I always knew I could grow up to be a name of the morning, and with the success, I'd like to announce my retirement.
Okay.
Great. Well, thanks.
Please welcome new #video game expert Bear. Well, actually, wait. You were already vice video game expert. You're probably supposed to ascend to the top.
No, I'll give it to Bear.
Okay.
You can have him.
No, Bear. We need you.
He's in the same room.
Bear,
What the heck?
no, come. Oh gosh. Mike. Hope you're ready.
This is ridiculous.
Everyone's retiring all of a sudden. It's ridiculous.
I wish I had some cool effect I could do.
You don't need effects. You can do actual magic.
There, I'm gone. Now it's just little Yeti man.
I'm Hefty Goof. That's Yeti guy, and someone's bed and cat.
I am Yeti. I like to eat cats.
Uh-oh. Run, cat. It's not going well. Well, someday when we have a name of the morning, it can maybe become name of the month. Maybe whoever you use as your source for this thing is like, Gaming Morning Show's fulfillment department was like, we don't want to do the name of the month anymore, so fine. We won't put out any games. Done.
Oh, gosh.
Once we do have it, though, just search our Twitter.
Hashtag GMS, name of the morning.
That's all you got to do. You can follow us on Twitter at these locations right there. Drew Mega says, what? People still play GTA 5?
Yeah, the game's 10 years old. It's still being released on new systems.
Can't wait for Skyrim to come out.
It's kind of kind of ridiculous.
But we're talking like actively, because doesn't the game end at some point?
The single player, the actual like story is finite. Good game, worth playing. If you've never played it, it's definitely worth the $9.99 for PlayStation 5. But GTA Online is perpetual. It's a world you can live in forever and ever.
Okay.
Also worth checking out for free on PlayStation 5.
If you need to watch that back, you can. We have a VOD, and you can just start charting everything. Because Townsend, there's no chart big enough for that pricing structure. That was a lot of prices.
That was a lot, yeah.
A lot of prices.
Yep.
Today is International Women's Day. It's trending on Twitter, so we are asking who is the most impactful woman in your life, or who are the most impactful women in your life. You can let us know for sure. You can also share more details in our Discord if you would like to. And if you want to become a Patreon subscriber, that's easy to do as well. We have the kneecap tier, and when you're on the kneecap tier, there's a whole lot of cool things that happen. Not only do you get all the perks of the subscriber tier, but Mike does a little something extra for you. Plus, inducts you into the
Temple of the Six.
Been a while since we checked on the temple. How are things going over there?
I was actually in there yesterday. They're pretty good.
Okay. Not a lot of
Everything
dust.
is still there.
Okay.
They're not all ruins now.
Nope. There's beautiful. It's true.
We have numerous kneecap subscribers. What do you do with like the pictures that you hang in there? Do you like dust them every once in a while?
I have this guy. These like air compressors. Yeah, we go in there and we blow things off.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you need my cat every once in a while to make sure there's no squeaks?
No, I don't think that would be good to put that on the pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, they run, and it's really hard to catch them because they're pretty fast.
Wireless router.
Is that the PlayStation 5?
Kind of.
It was the prototype.
Look at that.
It's to scale.
If sound breaks down, we got it back up.
Wow.
Those are some
Does
really
that
expensive
make your internet
paperweights.
really fast?
You have to tape them together.
Why are they so shiny?
Shiny.
If it makes you feel any better, I learned something about my house yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I already have a sauce story that I need to tell you. I'll do that's coming up on the show. It doesn't end the way that you think, but we are trying to clean out the damn dryer vent. Have you done that in the last X amount of years?
Mm-hmm.
All the time. I'm doing it right now.
I thought you were only supposed to do it like, I don't know, once every millennium. Apparently that's not enough. A lot of stuff builds up in there. But when we first moved in, we cleaned out the dryer vent. And I felt all, like, homeowner-y. And I'm like, I'm taking care of this place. And I had the brush. And I was like, I'll be able to use this again next year. Well, fast forward 5 years later, I hadn't. But the other day, I looked behind our damn dryer, and there was so much lint back there. I'm like, I have to clean back there because I'm beginning to worry about sparking something. And so to move the washer to make room for us to clean out behind the dryer and washer, we thought, well, we'll just unscrew the water. So I turn off the valves behind my washer. There's two of them, hot and cold. Okay, Bob Vila over here. Mm-hmm. And I turn them righty-tighty, right? Lefty-loosey opens them, righty-tighty tightens them. Okay, cool. So then I start unscrewing off the back of the washer, the hose, and it starts to spray a little bit. And I'm like, well, there must be a little water in here. So I keep unscrewing it some more, and all of a sudden, it's really going. And I'm like, that's a lot of pressure. Probably should keep unscrewing it to finally. The water can't turn off behind our washer. At least the cold. I don't know about the hot. We didn't get to that stage. So there's just water everywhere. Like, we flooded the laundry room.
Great job.
Anyone need?
It was real clean back there.
Anyone needs? Yeah, we both dusted and washed. Impromptu. If anyone needs any home help, just let me know. I'll be on my way. All right, we got birthdays this day in gaming history coming up in 10 minutes. Right now, it's time to find out what Look It's Myko's tracking at this hour.
Yeah, there's some stuff, kind of stuff, fun stuff. And what I mean by fun stuff is there's a crappy situation. According to William Gallagher from Apple Insider.
I think that's the opposite of fun stuff.
Oh, no, totally fun. Strange banging from the bathroom pipes led a Maryland resident to find her lost 2012 iPhone clogging her toilet. Toilets and iPhones have gotten together right from the start, with all users getting that sinking feeling as their phone goes underwater. Or almost all users. According to the U.S. edition of the Sun newspaper, Maryland resident Becky Beckman did not notice when it happened to her. On the night of Halloween in 2012, Beckman's iPhone just seemed to go missing. It was mysterious, but it was gone. Ultimately, she said she'd had no choice and had replaced it, moved on, whatever. 10 years later, Beckman and her husband began hearing a banging sound when they would flush the toilet. Initially, we blamed it on the toilet being old, she said, or the house construction being terrible. Beckman's husband took the plunger to the toilet, and out came the iPhone. It's not reported what model the phone was, but images appear to show an iPhone 4S. The images also show that the iPhone has suffered damage over its 10 years in the pipes. Go figure. Surprisingly, the front glass is intact, but the rear started to break away from the phone. It's not known whether Beckman has tried to power it up. Given the condition of the back glass, seems like a bad idea. That would be a pretty fun ad campaign. Like, hey, lose your phone in the crapper. It's all good. In 10 years, you can find it, and probably doesn't work, but it's mostly intact. Yeah. I'd really like for her to boot it up, though. Put it in some rice for a while.
I'd like to see if it still works. Because that would also be a good ad campaign.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
phone, you can leave it in the toilet.
Or just lie. Like, yeah, look, it still works. It also now looks like an iPhone 13. It's so weird.
Oh, boy.
It's gross.
Boy.
You plant it. Make sure it gets plenty of water.
Right next to the Wii U. Yep.
Oh, no.
Have you ever lost your phone and just been like, I guess it's gone.
Whoa.
Guess I'll just buy a new one.
Especially back in those times. I remember when I got an iPhone 4, I was like, I'm the bee's knees. I used to play was it Angry Birds on the Max on the way to the job. We all worked together.
Oh yeah, that was during the Nin Jump era, where you did the little back and forth ninja jumping.
Yep.
And Cut the Rope.
Oh yeah.
Launched around that time too. That game was fun.
And I'd listen to Dan Patrick on the way home.
And then I'd watch Futurama for the entire part of my
entirety
shift.
of the shift.
Top of the moron to Keith Anthony. Thanks for being here this morning.
Top of the moron.
International Women's Day is today. It celebrates the social, economic, and political achievements of women around the world. Day also brings international awareness to gender parity. For example, according to the World Economic Forum, global gender equity is estimated to be achieved by 2133. And this is why, when we talk about systems and how things are set up, this is why it's such a big deal to change systematic structures, right? Because the effects of having something in place that favors a certain type of person over another, right, takes so long to unwind.
2133.
Yeah, gender equality is equal access to the same rights and opportunities regardless of gender. These rights and opportunities include around the world, organizations, communities, and individuals organize events focused on the mission of gender parity, celebrating the achievements of women worldwide, and education celebrate all month long. It's also National Women's History Month. Downs is talking about the theme of International Men's Day in 2021, better relations between men and women, which relates to one of the day's key objectives, which is to improve gender relations and promote gender equality, not only for men, but for women as well. That's coming up in November, because Keith had asked that question. I will admit that I was totally guilty from a parent standpoint of not providing equal pay, albeit I was favoring my daughter than my son because I was being basically ageist, I suppose. But I told my daughter, I was like, I need your help cleaning the bathroom. For this, I will pay $5 because of the current moment in time. I had my son clean something moments before, and I said, I will pay you $3 for that. So my daughter goes into the bathroom to start cleaning the mirror or something and said, yeah, Dad's paying me $5. My son comes out and goes, Dad, why does she get 5 and I get 3? And I was like, this is why it's important to discuss your wages. You get 5. So we learned a life lesson in that moment.
You have to do some market research and see what the competition, what others are making.
Are your kids now discussing unionizing?
Probably. As they probably should. I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, the task that I charged my daughter with was harder than the one I charged my son with, so probably was worth more. But whatever, he called me out. I deserved it. So if anyone could let me borrow $2, coming up short this month. Drew Mega says, in your Kratos voice, you should have said, boy, get back to work. Was that a good Kratos voice?
No.
Damn it. That's a God of War, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can you give me an example?
Just think like really deeper and gruffer and just say boy.
Get back to work. Give me back my son.
Nailed it.
I have a particular set of skills.
How come everybody can fly?
Rocketeer.
This is ridiculous. I hate this. It's not fair.
I'm being told I now
wanna
sound more like DMX. Is that true? I don't.
Yeah.
I think DMX had a little bit more like gravel. Like I can't even get like my voice to be that.
He also barks.
Yeah. Coming up after this game, Ryan plays God of War really quick. Is there the express mode version in God of War?
Probably.
Takes about 5 minutes.
Sweet. I bet there's a YouTube video out there that's like God of War in 5 minutes. And if there's not, coming soon from Gaming Morning Show. God of War in 5 minutes.
I'm sure Games Done Quick probably has something.
Oh, true. Gaming Morning Show. We provide video games like the Ronco Food Rotisserie. Set it and forget it. True Vegas says, Ryan, if you haven't played God of War, you're doing yourself a disservice. Sean, what's your hypothesis of what it would be like for me to play God of War?
You would love it. It's a great game. I know it won't happen.
But do you think my attention span would let me play that game for the whole thing?
No, absolutely. We can't get you to sit down and watch a 90-minute movie. There's no way you're going to play a 20 to 30-hour game.
So true. True Mega says, I actually own a Ronco rotisserie that's one of the best kitchen appliances I've ever bought. Well, I remember that was something we bought in our household when it ended up being just my dad and me. He said, we're going to buy this thing because if we don't, we'll never have a whole chicken again. So, and we had some pretty good rotisserie chicken on that thing.
If we don't, we'll never have a whole chicken again?
Yeah, because he was never going to, like, cut the chicken apart, I think, is what he was alluding to. Because you know, like when you make fried chicken, you like disassemble the chicken basically, piece by piece.
I mean, I usually buy it pre-disassembled, but yeah.
Pre-disassembled. Some assembly required. Nice.
I was sick. With no time on the clock.
That person was so frustrated that they centered it.
Yeah, they're really into it.
The weirdest thing with that food rotisserie, it came with like a basket, almost like this like square enclosure that you were to put like ground beef patties in to make hamburgers, because it's not like a grill, so you couldn't like lay it down.
Checks out.
That was unfortunate. Just got it around the corner there. Nice goal though at the end of regulation. We'll always have that moment.
That's when the game ended.
Yes.
Yep. It's a 0-0, no, 2-2 tie.
It was a tie. Yeah. A draw. We get a point. Anyway, and that's how you made ground beef patties, was it would just rotisserie these patties around and around and around. Meow. Meow. You didn't think we'd have a Ronco food rotisserie block on this show today, did you?
Sure didn't.
I had an inkling.
Drew Mega is actually going to autograph it, and then we'll be giving that away later on today. So, thank you, Downs. It is 7 o'clock next hour right now, 6:51. 9:51 out on the East Coast is 2:51 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thank you for being here. Next hour, we'll tell you a story about a bear in a sanctuary after an Italian bakery break-in.
Have you been traveling?
Uh-oh.
A lot of words.
He shrugged.
It's
Very subtle.
Yeah, very fast shrugger. Pear Bear, do you have the twitch? Did you see Arturo's bow tie, Mike?
I did not. Oh.
Beep.
Here's a little St. Patrick's Day.
He seems thrilled with what you're doing there.
he liked that position a lot.
He's like, no. I'm
This
done.
is the
Don't touch
position. This
me.
is what we were talking
yeah,
about yesterday with the WD-40 can.
Man, there's some oomph on that.
He loves it.
Look, he's like, yeah, this is great. Just keep beating me. What a weird kink for a cat to have, you know? Look at him. He's just so like
He's so happy.
smiling. Like, this is great.
A warm welcome to our deputy cat petter, Scott Chick.
Perfect. Perfect timing, Scott Chick. So happy.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
All right, let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you.
Is it Arturo's birthday?
Probably.
His made-up birthday's in May.
No.
Gotcha.
Gemini?
I have no idea.
Okay. Today is Siz's birthday. Businesses?
You're right. Business. So it took me the longest time to realize their name was businesses, and I was like, oh, I just call them Sizz, and realized like that it wasn't. It's not like business Sizz. It's businesses.
Yeah, no, I might have just realized that now, Mike, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I've always called it
time.
Sizz, and so I'm like, Sizz's birthday. And I don't know if anyone caught what I was saying, so I was like, businesses. Oh!
Yep. Well, the first time I put that together, it was quite a moment.
So to you, Sizz, it's your birthday song. It isn't very long. Toot, toot. Today, singer Micky Dolenz turned 77.
Hey, he's a monkey. I'm pretty sure all the rest are dead.
Oh, no.
He's the last surviving monkey. Where'd he go?
The monkiest of monkeys?
Yeah. Fun fact.
There can only be one.
That was one of the first records I ever purchased with my own money. Was the Monkees, and the only thing I ever listened to was the theme song on it, and then I just. That's all. I'm sure they had other songs on it, but it was just that.
You needed one of like the 45s or something that had like 2 songs on it. That's all you needed.
Yeah. No, they had like 8. It was crazy. I don't know what the other ones were, but I'm sure they were great.
Do you still
Way
have
to
them?
go, Monkees. No.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Actor Aidan Quinn turned 63 today.
Did you know, it's a fun fact, he's married to Elizabeth Bracco. The funnest of the funs.
We're off to a great start for Cleveland.com today. Actress Barbara Eve Harris is 63, played Felicia Lang, the FBI agent, or an FBI agent, on Prison Break, which I did not see.
It was okay. Then it got a little weird.
It was like a big deal, though. It was like the show for a while.
It was. I mean, a guy tattooed the plans for prison on his body. Break out his brother.
In case you haven't seen it.
Spoiler tease! You know,
Yep.
Socrates' brother. Kind of a jerk.
Camryn How about Camryn Manheim turned 61 today?
Isn't that a band?
Yes,
that's
Camryn Manheim Steamroller.
Yeah.
Whenever Cameron's on heavy machinery. Man, I wish Law and Order would show back up.
If it did, I'm sure she'd probably go back on it.
How do you know?
Cleveland.com told me.
Actor Leon Robinson turned 60 today. Many roles, including in Cool Runnings, was also in The 5 Heartbeats and Above the Rim. Turned 60 today. Singer Shawn Mullins turns 54.
Great.
So his only Grammy nomination came for his hit song Lullaby.
Lullaby.
Oh, that's that person?
Yeah, that's that guy.
Everything is going to be
Spells
all
his
right.
name correctly, though.
Well, now I saw Shawn Mullins, and my brain was like, Shawn Mendes?
Oh.
That's a different person.
Yep.
A lot younger. Musician Amel Larrieux is 49 today, part of the duo Groove Theory, along with Bryce Wilson. Boris Kodjoe, actor, is 49 today. Former model.
Did you play Frankenstein? No.
I don't think so. Kelby in the
Boris
2002
Karloff.
film Brown Sugar.
Oh.
I don't think that's the same movie.
It's about cooking?
Freddie Prinze Jr. is 46 today, actor.
Oh, he played Punky's ex-husband on the recent Punky Brewster sequel.
There's a
Also-
Punky Brewster sequel.
Also in today's news, there was a Punky Brewster sequel.
That's my takeaway.
Ah, dang it.
Hefty Wife just watched a Punky Brewster documentary that was on Hulu. It was like all of whoever Punky Brewster's real name is, all of her home videos from when she was a
Moon
child
Fry.
actor. Yeah, that one. So
Ooh, speaking of unique name day, there you go.
actor James Van Der Beek, 45.
Van Der Beek. I want him and Freddie Prinze to duke it out for the 2002 Heartthrob.
I mean,
He was on How I Met Your Mother. Just kind of like Friends, but not.
is that going to be when people are reading Cleveland.com 20 years from now? It's going to be like, once there was made a guest appearance on How I Met Your Mother. And they're going to all be like, oh yeah, probably everyone was on that show.
Milana Vayntrub.
Turns 35 today.
Milana Vayntrub.
She's Lily.
Oh, okay.
From the 18th
She's also gonna play Squirrel Girl in the MCU coming up here in the future. Yeah.
Do we have time for me to give the full-blown introduction to Squirrel Girl and all of the ways that that'll fit into the MCU, or are we running out of time?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
No, I think I answered my own question. 6:59.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Any other birthdays?
Just it's singer Shawn Mullins' 54th birthday.
He got one of each.
Yeah, just he's above and below because he's so important in human history. That lullaby song was great. It's Tom Chaplin of Keen. He's 43, as well as guitarist Andy Ross of OK Go, 43.
Isn't OK Go the group that does like all the unique music videos?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I saw Keen. They did this like really small, intimate, but outdoor free concert when I was in college. They were just like in like the main like courtyard area at USC, and they were on a stage that was like, it was only like 6 inches tall, so it wasn't like a stage, and they were just like, they had acoustic guitar and piano, and the drummer was just sitting on one of those boxes that serves as like a makeshift drum set, and they were just played this like super chill acoustic set. It was really cool, and that was my introduction to Keen, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to them because this was really fun. I stood like 2 feet away from him the whole time.
It's also Lester Holt's 62nd birthday. He's a very good newsman. That sounds very great. You can read to me any day,
right?
Lester. Yeah.
So you grew keen of Keen that day?
I was quite keen of.
This day in gaming history, one from before 1995, which means Sean gets a chance to play Lawsuit or Not Lawsuit. 1991 is the year.
Not Lawsuit.
Bob plays a didgeridoo. That means you've locked in your answer. 1991, Capcom introduces the Street Fighter II arcade video game. So not a lawsuit.
No.
It's pretty close to a lawsuit, though.
Maybe eventually pave the way for some lawsuits. I have no clue. Maybe. Could have been.
A warm welcome to our official head of research and development, Calaf.
Good morning to you, Calaf. Today in gaming history, 1996, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 came out for the Genesis. Best video games of all time.
Yes.
MLB 11, the show, came out this day in 2011 for all of the PlayStations that were available at the time. And that same year, THQ put out Homefront for PlayStation 3 and
Xbox 360.
It was in 2011.
Okay. I'll have to yell, Bob.
Did you play any? I know we've talked about you being a baseball, former player, but also a fan. Do you play a lot of the MLB games?
I used to, yeah. I don't as much anymore because they're not as great. But I definitely played the show back in the day. It used to be a running joke. There was a pitcher named John Roush who pitched for a lot of teams, and he always somehow ended up on my career teams. And then we got to watch him pitch in the minors, and I told him that, and he wasn't very interested.
Nice.
Thought it was fun.
It is. It is.
I miss the Ken Griffey video games.
Oh,
yeah.
That was the absolute.
I miss World Series 95. That's the game I miss.
Well, and then Sean was saying how Sports Talk Wife had found her Game Gear from back in the day. I was like, if that thing had World Series baseball in it, would have lost my mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, what we can do is if baseball doesn't get its act together, we can just play simulated baseball for the whole entire 2022 season. We'll talk sports next hour. We'll also bring you some people need some help organizing their home offices. Maiko definitely isn't one of those people because he's the most organized. However, here are some things that HGTV says you should do to organize your home office space. I wonder if Guy Fieri uses these. Wait, he's on Food Network. Maybe he can put some BAM sauce on my home office.
Right.
I miss having these top 10 lists this way. So stick with us. We'll come back with more. The second hour of this edition of Gaming Morning Show is on the way. Brendan has just checked in. Good morning to you, Brendan. We'll talk more about our topic of the day coming up next hour as well. It is Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. Thanks for being with us. Gaming Morning Show. Facebook, Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. GamingMorningShow.tv.
What you saying to me makes me nervous. You're making me. You're making me. Hey, making me nervous, ladies. You're making me. You're making me. need to get out of my head. My face is turning all kinds of red. Oh, it's like you stole my breath, but I can't forget. Ooh, you know you're making me nervous. No, thick and deep, you scratch through my surface. Hey, oh, you know you're making me. You know you're making me, but I ain't so chained to see you with it. No, I'm feeling out of my league. I'm opening a lot of tears. No, what you say to me makes me nervous. I'm out of my league. So what of it, please? What you saying to me makes me nervous. No, oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. You're making me. Oh, you know you're making me. Oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. Hey, you're making me nervous.
She said, don't you wanna go on an adventure? She said, we got big plans for the future. She said, you don't know what you're missing. She said, come on, see love, we can do it. We went down the road to your house, and when we just sat and chatted with your mom then, she had nothing better to say than to see like you're free, so go and see what Laverne Scottsdale could do for you, 'cause everything is bigger than we have
Boom, 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 boom. By the way, we were playing a Monopoly game, and Digital Doc was just taking all of our money and said they caught me. I was using my Mike O statues to store my stolen diamonds. Inside the crotch is a very small compartment where I stashed the diamonds. I know what you're asking, Doc. Why not just store all the diamonds in one statue instead of building so many and increasing risk? Well, I considered this approach. The statues were made to scale, so I had to create multiple statues because the crotch compartment was just so small. I could basically only fit one diamond per crotch.
Oh my goodness, where is this? Oh wow, okay.
And then
Amazing.
Digital Doc followed that up with,
We need, so I guess we need crotch pockets or something. Crotch
pockets.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, List of the Day, and Sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. And follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being here wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. It is Look, it's Mike O on the left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof. Thanks for being along with us wherever you may be. It has been a good show so far. It is the Tuesday edition, March 8th, 2022. How are you liking it so far?
It's great. It's like riding a bike. You just jump back into it, and everything feels great. Good, grand.
Do you like it as much as this stuff right here? This Dr. Squatch soap that I myself am holding?
Yeah, absolutely. Except for that Pine Tar, though. The Pine Tar one's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It tastes
That's the one
delicious.
I was just using. Did you say it tastes delicious?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been adding a little bit of Dr. Squatch soap to my morning breakfast to make myself more nutritionally savvy.
Okay. That works. I wouldn't recommend continuing to do so.
Oh, is that a bad idea?
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
Usually.
Logo's nice. You can save money too. Look, it's Mike O.
You can. Also, they have a really cool Batman set. It's Batman and the Riddler. Or the Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what Robert Pattinson sounds like though.
Matt, have you seen some of the reviews for this movie? People are saying maybe the best Batman ever.
I've heard people say that. It's going to be a long time before Mike O sees it on HBO Max. So, or I don't really know what it would come out on. Like, maybe HBO. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's that one. But the good news is that you can get the soap. Go to drsquatch.com, and if you order the Batman collection series,
Yep.
Okay, you get this really cool Batman like red and black soap, and then like the Riddler one's like a Riddler green,
like green and swirly schmirly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can save 10% on your first purchase, Disc Brick 10, or on your first subscription, Disc Squatch 10.
Sure can.
Brandon, who's here at the end of last hour, said, I need to buy 50 Bay Rum bars.
The Bay Rum is incredible. It smells so good.
It's interesting, too, because that's the one I'm seeing most people talk about. I know Kate Zade's talked a lot about the Bay Rum. I'm sure it's the most delicious, so.
What's a month away, Chris? Chris says it's a month away.
The Batman.
I don't know what. That came out on Friday.
No, talking about on HBO Max.
Oh, in a month? Really? It comes out in just a month?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought it would have been like 8 years from now.
Well, maybe it will be, depending on how much money they're making, I'm sure. So it's like
hand over fist.
Remember that thing that we said we'd do a month from now? Just kidding. Lol.
Psych.
Suckers.
Good morning.
Chris M. is here, as you pointed out. Chris is the mayor of the internet. We have both Final Crew ambassadors here 1 hour early. Did we miss daylight savings time?
Let me check my watch. I don't think so.
Okay, good. Our topic of the day, it's International Women's Day. It's trending on Twitter, a global celebration to commemorate women and call to action for accelerating gender parity according to Twitter. We are asking you, who are the most impactful women in your life? I referenced a high school teacher that I had, was an advisor for me in a particular organization. We did I went to nationals 3 years in that organization, so it was a really big part of my life as a kid. And she made me believe in myself quite a bit. So, yeah, impactful woman for sure.
Very cool. Mine was not the lady who told me the Camelback was a dumb idea. That lady sucked. But, however, my mom was my favorite lady. She did a lot for me. So she helped me get to where I was. Because she had a car.
Literally helped me get me to where I was.
My wife's pretty okay too, I guess.
Brennan goes, when there's a really cool looking trailer and then they follow it with only in theaters, I just sigh.
Yeah, I do the same. COVID really spoiled us with having the home things, where you can I can watch it downstairs in my home theater and not have to worry about A, people breathing on me, or B, little kids. I mean, it makes me nuts when people bring babies to the movie theater. And then the kid just screams the whole time and you're like, well, I don't know anything that just happened on the screen, but glad that kid was here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge movie person, as we've talked about, but I have had to take... actually, no, I never have taken my little kids to a non-little kid movie. So, yeah, I don't think I've actually been one of the contributing members. I wouldn't do it because what would make me mad is my kid is inevitably going to cry. Let's say I took my infant, right? Inevitably going to cry, and then I'm going to miss part of the movie anyway myself because I'm going to take the kid out of the theater.
Yep.
So I probably wouldn't have tried that anyway, even if I was going to movies more often. So,
you know how upset I get at myself if I have to pee in a movie? I can't imagine having a whole other person, Or oh, I gotta take you out. I was like, you stupid, you gotta pee. Should have peed earlier.
Why won't you pee already?
No, that's me, not the baby. That's me yelling at me while I'm in the bathroom.
But this is me holding you.
Oh, gotcha.
It's okay,
while
Mike.
we're both running to the bathroom.
Why won't you pee already? So.
I gotta go.
Chris and me, now that California's lifted the indoor mask mandate, I don't think I'll be going to the movies anytime soon.
Same here.
It's a little nerve-wracking. We talked about this the other day. Yeah, we had an event even this weekend for the funeral where I was around far more people without masks than I have been in a very, very long time. And it was incredibly uncomfortable. And that was a fairly controlled environment, so...
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it's for me. It's very fraught. I was down all last week, and maybe here a little bit still with the flu, and it's the first time I've been really sick in over 2 years, right? Because of the masks and everything, and it made me realize now that we're all not having masks and it's not required, even while I'm masking, it's still possible to get sick. So I'm terrified. I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt congested the next day after the funeral, and my brain immediately, it was like, oh my gosh, is it that easy to get sick now? Oh no, what is happening?
Ridiculous.
Brendan goes, remember those 2 weeks last summer where we thought we could have nice things and I got married and y'all saw Spider-Man? Well, there was a trending thing on Twitter this morning about these were things that happened just weeks before the pandemic in the U.S. started, as far as lockdowns and such, March of 2020. And apparently if you go through that list, which I have not done yet, you're like, wait, no, there's no way that was just 2 years ago. Probably feels like it was 5 years ago. So, but this week I have a basketball tournament, which is exactly where I was when everything started. We had games on the first day, fans were allowed, but there was all the rumblings of what's going on across the world and all this stuff. And then we got to the end of that first day, and yeah, we had to announce that there would be no spectators for the next day's session. And so the first 2 games of each day, it's a state high school basketball tournament. The first games of the next day, those are all usually more sparsely attended because they are no longer like in contention for the state championship. They're just basically playing to make it to the like consolation championship. So there's far less people who wake up the next day and come watch those games. But even doing a game in front of 20 people compared to 0, it's a whole lot better.
Yeah.
It's a really weird day. Yeah. And then we got done with those very first 2 games with nobody in attendance, and then everything got called off. We all went home.
And the rest was history.
Is currently still history that we are ourselves living in the moment.
It's still weird to realize there's a global pandemic happening, but we're just like, yeah, like we're all sick of it.
Yeah, I was watching a video that was taken, at least reportedly taken at a bunker in Ukraine of folks trying to stay clear of the war. And it's of a little girl who's singing Let It Go. But there are, in this video, roughly 60 people in the size of, like, my living room. Probably double my living room. And I just thought of that, what you just said about there's a global pandemic still going on, and then thinking about what it's like to go through that, plus go through a war.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
I actually can't even imagine. That's how privileged I am to be where I am, is I cannot imagine having to go through that. So, 12 days of the Russian invasion in Ukraine. I've been trying to keep my eyes peeled. There are different organizations that are helping supply aid to Ukraine, and many different people doing content, raise money for those. You know, it's like $500 at the time, but those little things can help. So just keep your eyes peeled on the internet and see what you can find if you're able and interested in doing those kind of things. So,
absolutely. It's just so weird to think of where we are and everything happening, and just it's just so incredibly strange to think of, you know, how potentially close we could be to World War III, you know, and it's a strange feeling as well. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about how no one ever realized like how like Nazi Germany happened, right? Like how did the Nazis happen, and how is all that all okay? And you're always like, I don't get it. And kind of where we are today, like okay, I think I can see how this happens. Between, you know, all of the different political stuff that's happening in the States and all the stuff that's going to happen around the world, it's just so weird to see everything kind of almost start to repeat itself, and interested to see what happens.
Well, and you mentioned you know, World War III, and that hasn't happened yet, but to your point, like it feels like it might be on the brink, right? But even the fact that there's things that are happening that haven't happened since World War II, namely, I don't have the exact number, so I'm going to paraphrase, but the amount of Ukrainians who have fled their country is the most since any moment since World War II. It's in like the 1.4 million range, I want to say. So
I think 1 million just fled into Poland.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. It's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Brendan goes, very strange indeed. Strange times all around. History moves a lot faster than we think it does. Yeah.
Sure do.
Well, and that's where, like, someone had, when Betty White passed away, they talked about, like, how Betty White's death was farther away from, like, something than her birth. And I can't remember what that number or thing was, but it was one of those things where you would have assumed it was the other way around. And then when you sit there and think about, like, wow.
Well, there's a lot of really cool things like that. Like realizing that woolly mammoths walked the earth the same time the pyramids were built.
What?
I mean, that always blows my mind. Yeah. They both existed at the same time.
I didn't know that. That is.
I know, right? You always kind of imagine it as like thousands of millions of years apart, and it wasn't. And you realize like Anne Frank and Martin Luther King would be younger than Betty White.
That's one of those
both
things
alive.
I saw. Yeah, that wasn't the one I was thinking, but I do remember seeing that around the time Betty White passed.
And it's crazy because you're like, geez, didn't really think about that. But yeah, I saw there was a whole list of them, and I was like, what? And the mammoth thing was on there, and that blew my mind.
Coming up tomorrow, 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. You have to be looking forward to this, I imagine. Rob Kovacs will be the guest of GMS After Dark with Look It's Myco. Musician, so music, fun, and games planned for your guest tomorrow at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time.
Absolutely. I am geeked to have Rob come on and be our first ever musical guest on GMS After Dark. So,
do you want to start doing your warm-up with me right now? Me. Because you're singing, right?
Oh, I'm not singing.
Oh.
I want people to watch this show, not turn it off.
I would love to do like a singing stream or something like that. That would be fun.
Where you sing?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, wait. Isn't that basically every stream that I'm on?
I was going to say. And also, whenever Sean does the super gig, whatever, the Seancert, you should just be on it and do all the singing while he plays.
True.
The Superphonic Memorial Super Gig, a Seancert, starring Sports Gaming.
Did you see yesterday on Twitter, Chris M.E. is still warming up for the official Kate Zaid Memorial Baseball Classic?
I just saw that. Is that, I'm assuming that's happening in April?
Yeah, right about the time that the World Baseball Classic typically was.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know, and I don't remember when it was played. I assume
I thought it was like
April?
every 3 years, maybe.
But what time of year was it? Around April?
I think it was March. It was like spring training was when.
Yeah, it kind of led into the actual Major League Baseball season, right?
Yeah,
that's funny.
Baseball season? What's that?
We'll never know. But we do have sports coming up later this hour, and we will paint you a rosy picture of the labor dispute between the Major League Baseball Players Association and Major League Baseball ownership. Woo! What a fun story that we're still tracking.
I read all the CBA stuff, and oh my goodness. Oof.
It's gonna be okay, Mike. It's gonna be okay. For somebody.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be okay.
No, definitely for someone it'll be okay. I don't know who.
True. Yeah, you're the old rich white dudes.
Yeah, someone will win something. I promise. So, Superphonics here this morning. Good morning to you, Superphonic. It's good to see you.
Top of the moron.
We are asking you today, as International Women's Day is trending, what is, or rather, who is one of the most impactful women in your life? Please let us know if you have one. Chris and me said we did karaoke last Saturday. Yeah, I know. I was sad.
It was cool.
Oh, I would love to do it. Yeah. Saturday was tough. First funeral I've attended in 32 years, and to have it be someone close to me, like a father-in-law, that's tough. I held up fairly well, but you know, I'm a pretty emotional person, so there's very little chance that I was going to be able to make it through that whole thing. It is very difficult, just to give you a glimpse behind the parental curtain, to hold your children and see them crying during a funeral.
Yeah.
It's tough. Coming up, we're going to tell you about a bear relocated to a sanctuary after an Italian bakery break-in. That story is coming up with Look It's Myco at this hour. Right now, it is time to take a look at our top 10 list. In addition to International Women's Day and National Women's History Month, today is also National Organize Your Home Office Day. So we are going to read you something from HGTV. Some people need help organizing their home offices. Mike O definitely isn't one of those people because he's the most organized. Most organized. However, here are some things that HDV says you should do to organize your home office space. I wonder if Guy Fieri uses these. Wait, he's on Food Network. Maybe he can put some BAM sauce on your home office.
Bam.
I do have my sauce story coming up too. Amy Lane of HCTV.com put together this list. Home office organization quick tips. And number 1 on Amy's list is...
1.
Hide your cords.
Hide your cords.
If you were to tour the Hefty Goof home studio, you would notice my elite cord collection, because I have not hid my cords in the least. Remember one time I posted a picture to Twitter, and I think Mike said something to the effect of what? Gave you anxiety?
Yeah, they gave me a lot of anxiety. I'm lucky enough, speaking of influential women in my life, my wife hates cords being like everywhere. So she's like, okay, let's do the chords. And then we do the chords, and I'm like, yes. And then I'm like, oh, I got to move this, and then undo all of them. And then she punches me in the face.
See, that's the reason I don't organize my chords, because I'm always changing something. Like, it would be different if, like, I knew maybe once a year I mess with some things. I mess with stuff all the time.
Often. Yep.
I just can't picture it. In fact, since I took that picture, I've since added another computer out here. And so now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 more cords coming off of that computer. So
2. Eek. 2 is use mason jars as cubbies. I don't know how this organizes. It doesn't just take up room, but keep all your writing utensils organized in that hand by putting them in mason jars right on your desk. I prefer to just leave them strewn about, and then this way, when I have to look for one, I just kind of start moving things. And then it's a game, you know? It's like, oh, what do I find here? That's great.
It's a game of hide and seek.
Yeah.
You can install open shelving. I'm fine with this. I like, one of my favorite things about watching Tiny House Nation is seeing how they use vertical space. I think it is something that I always have an opportunity to use more of. So yeah, some nice shelving. Make it go to the ceiling. I'm fairly tall. I can get a stool. I can get to the top of there. I'm on board.
4. Number 4, use drawer dividers. That's right, large drawers are great for storing paperwork. But small desk items should be separated into small sections with drawer dividers to help keep everything organized. Yeah, I guess. Or you can just throw them all in one drawer and again have the whole, like, hey, what's in here game. That's my favorite game, so I don't...
Every drawer is a drunk drawer.
A drunk drawer? Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
Hey, Mike, is there more to this list?
I thought there was.
Okay. We're also going to give you a bonus list. Quick tips for home organization. Do you happen to have that on your list?
I sure do.
Thank goodness. This is by Karen Baginski. Why don't you tell us about what to do in the living room, Mike?
5. Yeah, you should put the family back in your family room with our... Wait, what? So it just has more. Oh, God, I'm dying. Oh, God. This is great. Hold on, here's another one.
These buttons, we just follow along with us, chat.
Purge, there's 10 home office hacks to get you organized now. You should see that on there, down a little bit. We'll give you 5.
You really should see this list. It's pretty good, chat.
It's a great list. The first one is you should purge paper.
Oh, yes, I see this. Man, at least they're both pulling up the same for us.
Yep. Purge your paper. Let it go. Throw the paper in the basket.
6. Color code your filing system. Orange, personal. Yellow, insurance. Blue, house. Red, medical. And green, financial. If you do that, you'll never lose anything ever again.
7. And red is medical because of blood, you know. Create a mail station in order to maintain control of the paper that you just purged. Make a mail station where you can put all the stuff in there, and then everything's great, and you'll never lose it again until next time when you lose it.
8.
I always have to clean out all the junk mail from my mail station because many others are not fans of doing that in my household. So it just gets left on a counter. Anyway, create a printing station. The big problem I have with my printing station is I don't have a printer. But other than that, could have a mighty fine printing station. So
I have a printer over there on the floor. It's not connected,
but it's ready to go.
Nice. If I need it. There's one that says stored in containers, but we've already established that. So use a label maker. Label all your stuff. Legit, yo. Buy a label maker. They're so much fun. I like to put thing that says Mike's and put it on Megan, and then she kicks me.
Oh, that's like when I print out the label that says Ryan's number 1, and then I put it on my fan. You want to know what that makes it?
Ryan's number 1 fan.
It's my biggest fan.
0.
There's some others. Categorize, organize your books, other stuff in there. So we'll link maybe to that list too. I don't know how the internet works, but if you go to hdtv.com, they're pretty good at figuring out things for your house. So
I added the second one. No, I didn't. Never mind. It's the same one, but it's a different list.
Eventually you'll get there.
Good luck, everybody.
Top of the moron to what a noob.
Good moron.
Today on our morning radio show that plays games, we are asking you about International Women's Day and who are the most impactful women in your life. In addition to that, we talked about our drunk drawers. Quiet Time Gaming is here as well.
Top of the moron.
Says, go home drawer, you're drunk.
Yeah.
So could you have in your house then, in theory, let's say you consumed alcohol, you could have a junk drawer, and then you could have below that where you store like your room temperature liquor, you could have your drunk drawer.
That's true. You totally could. And I'm sure you could make it so like when you open it, like it stands up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, ding, I got it. I don't really drink, so mine would be pretty lame.
Do you remember the term get crunk?
I sure do.
That came out recently because in the LeBron James commercial, he's talking to his like younger self.
Yeah.
And he says something modern or current day LeBron, and younger LeBron goes, it's crunk, was talking like 03-ish language. Does that mean to get drunk or does that mean to dance?
Yes.
Okay. I want to say it's more to dance. So if you had a drawer where you keep all of your going out to the club clothes, you would have a crunk drawer.
Sure.
Superphonic says, I love that kind of thing. I just spent an hour sorting Kiki's drawers.
Like underwear? In case she can't do it herself?
That's all Superphonic said. I can only read what's on the screen.
Oh, man.
Superphonic does say, I can't wait for the day when things are literally wireless, though. Everything is, so.
That would be cool. I'd be down for that. Minus everything would, like, stop working randomly.
Yep.
I mean, not that things don't randomly stop working now, but, I mean, then, too.
Don't give Mike ideas about printing out number 1s and number 2s, says Quiet.
Don't you worry, I don't need ideas on that one. I got it covered.
Kalaf is actually saying crunk might be a lifestyle. I'll believe you. I don't know that.
Does crunk?
Meanwhile,
you're also spelling it wrong. It's Krunk.
According to Urban Dictionary, it is get crunk with a C.
Get crunk. Yeah. Crazy drunk.
Superphonic says she can do it herself, but she won't. So Superphonic is there to handle Kiki's drawers.
Okay.
What a Noob says crunk is a special blend of charisma and funk.
There's a lot of stuff that it's. Then it says, "What are fung?" What? That's not even.
Well, below the.
Go home, Google your crunk.
The crunk drawer. If you were to keep all of your maritime, your scuba diving gear, that is where your sunk drawer would be.
Okay.
Or like your sunk maritime recovery kit. Like if you were going to like recover the Titanic.
Yep. And then underneath that is where Chris M.E. keeps all of his eyeliner and black shirts. Because that's the punk drawer.
I like this game. Let's go ahead and find out at 7:40 what Mike O is tracking at this hour.
Well, it's happened again, folks. The Bears are back at it. According to Ben Hooper from Oopie, an Italian... Oh, gosh, wow. Hey, Diego is going to tell you about the news.
This episode of At This Hour, this segment is Diego.
Perfect. Look at him. He's doing his thing. Anyway, an Italian brown bear made headlines when it broke into a bakery to feast on cookies that had been captured and taken to a sanctuary. A wildlife official said the bear, dubbed Juan Corrido, first and last name, by residents of Roccaraso Abruzzo, was taken to the Palena Bear Reserve in Chieti province due to the Bruins' repeated bad behavior. The 2-year-old Mariskin bear made headlines in November 2021 when the animal broke into a Roccaraso bakery late at night and feasted on cookies. The bear was tranquilized after the incident and moved to a remote area of Maiella National Park in Abruzzo, but the animal was spotted at a Roccaraso ski resort about a week later. Officials said Juan Corrido was ensnared in a baited trap on Sunday after being spotted lurking around a local train station. The intervention was necessary to protect the bear and keep it away from potentially dangerous situations and, in general, from an environment where it's been feeding almost exclusively on waste for too long. This is according to Lucio Zazzara, who's the president of the Maiella National Park. Zazzara said officials are still hoping to eventually return Juan Corrido to the wild. Now, the priority is to work on its return to nature by implementing the procedures that will enable this to happen, Zazzara said. How do you train a wild bear to not break into, like, things? Like, no. What?
Very carefully.
Bad.
Diego, the gaming morning show iguana.
That wasn't bad for Diego's first try at this hour.
No, Diego's pretty good at this.
Sounds a lot like you, though.
It's weird, isn't it?
Cool.
Super weird.
Brendan goes, if you had one filled with interesting facts, it would be a Who'da Thunk drawer.
Who'da thunk?
And then also said if you had one filled with vinyls from the 70s and or, I'll add, or stinky cheeses, it would be a funk drawer.
Or maybe that's where the Parliament live. Parliament Funkadelic.
What if you had a big drawer and it was filled with various sizes of things that you would normally carry a lot of stuff in? That would be your trunk drawer.
What?
Well, or theoretically,
it's just a trunk.
You could also be a place to store all of the poached elephant's limbs that you've captured in your life. It would be a trunk drawer.
That one was a little dark.
K-Laugh, if you had one that smelled bad, it'd be a skunk drawer.
Oof. I don't like this game anymore.
It's kind of fun for me. Quine Gaming says, for those with electric vehicles, they might have a frunk drawer. It's the front truck. I re-invited you because we got kicked.
Oh.
Sorry.
We were too powerful.
Oh, Brennan, I was just talking about, like, if you were an animal poacher and you were to keep all of the trunks from all the elephants that you murdered, then you would have a trunk drawer.
If you had all of the sexy boys from Baywatch, like David Chabray and David the Hasselhoff, and you put them in a drawer, you'd have a hunk drawer.
That was good. That was great. Nice.
If you put a whole bunch of Buddhists together and stick them all in a drawer for some reason, you'd have a monk drawer.
Sure would. Or, if you were a big fan of the sitcom on USA starring Tony Shalhoub, and you carried all of the DVDs from that series, you would also have a monk drawer.
That is fair.
Might be easier to fit all of those DVDs in the drawer than various Buddhist monks. So.
Yes, I suppose. I don't know how many monks you can get in there.
Okay.
If put Michael Jordan and Vince Carter and Kobe in the drawer, you'd have a slam dunk drawer.
Ah! Nice. Nice. Sports is coming up next. Real life segue. Whoop.
Eat that.
Isn't there
hot shot?
Isn't there like a you big lunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
You big lunk.
If I knew what that meant, there's potential you could have a lunk drawer.
It's like a big dummy, I think.
Top of the morning to Dungeon Meowster KJ, who's checking in. It's good to see you,
who
KJ.
Would be in her own drawer.
Good moron.
As a K. Never mind. Oh, I totally missed the ball though. Whoop.
Ow. Do-do-do-do-do-do. KJ just threw up the question mark. Welcome to Gaming Morning Show. We were just rhyming words that end in NK with drawer. Because one of us, and I'm not going to name any names, but somebody called it a drunk drawer. So, don't know who that person was, but
drawer, you're drunk.
It's where I keep all my liquor.
You could put 1990s actor Rick Moranis in there, and you might have some little kids, and they would become the shrunk drawer.
Like if you had a drawer that was at one point one size, and then got shot with a ray and became a smaller size, it'd be your shrunk drawer. K-Lab says we really should be utilizing the vertical space and getting ourselves a cabinet of bunk drawers.
See, I assume these were all in bunk drawers.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need a lot of space for all these drawers.
A lot of space, yeah. Vertical space is the way to go in this situation.
Yeah. Oopsie. Toasty.
That guy flew. See, stop it, Rocketeer.
Well, even Shawn flew the other day, and now I'm beginning to wonder, because we talked about maybe we're getting put into a more difficult bracket. Maybe it was when Shawn flew, like you see on the internet. Maybe it threw us into a different bracket.
The flying bracket. We're in the Rocketeer bracket now. This is crazy.
If you filled a cabinet with the onomatopoeic sound of something heavy dropping in the water, you'd have a kerplunk drawer.
Oh. It used to be that was a game. Kerplunk.
Oh, was it the one with all the straws?
Yeah, with all the straws and the sticks and the
the sticks,
marbles.
Yeah,
you had to pull them out, and that's how I. Never mind.
Excuse me.
Nothing.
Coming up on our last show,
for a second,
we find out what Michael did with the game Kerplunk back in the day. I will tell my sauce story after this. Oh, wait, no, we should wait for Shawn. Shawn will be back. Top of next hour, we'll share my sauce story. As teased on Twitter, it does not end the way that you think it does. Dun, dun, dun.
Does it end with you covering yourself with sauce? That'd be awesome.
K-Laf goes, don't tell my folks about the old test I stashed away in my flunk drawer. Brenda goes, y'all play this 5 days a week. You're better at it than you give yourselves credit for. Are we, though? It's all right. We're down by 2 with 8 seconds left. Guaranteed win right here.
I mean, if hitting the crossbar was like the goal, I'm money, buddy.
I think what we can do, we had a Trevor Project fundraiser set up for the week before last, and then that's when Shawn and my father-in-law had died. So we decided to postpone that. Maybe that can be one of the ways that we raise funds. For every crossbar that Mike O hits, we will make a donation to Trevor Project.
The way you just said that, Shawn and my father-in-law died. I miss Shawn.
I miss Shawn too. Spent a lot of time with Shawn recently, so yeah. If you were a woman with a generous booty, you'd store your underwear in a badunkadunk drawer.
Okay, that might have been the end.
Yep. Quiet just slammed the door shut on that one. Nice work.
Great job, everybody. Great job.
Chris is putting out odds. 6 out of 10 chance the story is clickbait. My sauce story. Quiet because I thought I worded that tastefully enough. You did.
No, it was worded very tastefully.
Yeah, you did a great job. Even with the automod not only blocking 1 but 2 terms, you did a great job. So. We are a morning radio show that plays games. Thank you for being here. We are going to do sports. It's 7:52 West Coast, 10:52 out East. It is 3:52 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Doodly-doo. Thank you for being here. Do you want to give the update on what's going on with baseball?
The owners can kiss my grits. There you go.
Well, let's be objective here, Mike. What are the players doing wrong?
Not bending to the will of the owners.
What a shame. Yeah. Now that's going on in baseball. Did they even meet yesterday? I don't even know at this point.
I'm sure they walked into the parking lot and then left.
Okay. They were waving at each other from across the way. It's except they were waving with different fingers, but
I hope so. Oof.
Ooh, that's true. Quiet to say that was much better than the murdering poachers one that I did. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Yesterday, your Portland Trailblazers lost 124-81 at Minnesota. But if you're a basketball fan, don't get upset because your Los Angeles Lakers lost 117-110.
Oh.
However, your Calgary Flames, a 3-1 win at home against Edmonton. The Flames 12-0-1 in their last 13 home games.
Oh.
Cracked. And Chris M. Yee's Los Angeles Kings win 3-2 in overtime at Boston. You might notice sports gambling is becoming a little more acceptable in many, many spaces. The NFL and some other organizations now promoting things like DraftKings. However, if you're wondering where the line was, apparently it is in this. Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley has been suspended for the 2022 season because of betting on NFL games in 2021. The suspension announced by NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is for activity that took place while Ridley was away from the team, addressing mental health concerns. Mike's talked about Calvin before on the show. The league says the suspension will carry, quote, through at least the conclusion of the 2022 season, according to the Associated Press.
It's stupid. And then he made a tweet that says, bet $1,500 I'm not addicted to gambling.
There apparently was no evidence, according to an investigation, that any game was compromised because of Ridley's betting. Because that is the concern, is because he bet on Falcons games that there was a way that he might have influenced. No evidence of that. I think my biggest frustration is there are situations of domestic violence involving NFL players. And I use involved because some have been proven and some have been allegations, right? And I don't remember seeing too many full year suspensions. And so I just would like to see some of that get a little more balance. I understand that trying to make sure that people don't fix outcomes of games is a big deal.
Yeah.
But is it bigger than other things?
Yeah. Which is nuts. Which is absolutely nuts. You know, like, hey, let's crack down on gambling, but there's other things that are fine.
The winningest basketball head coach of all time is now also Greg Popovich. He tied Don Nelson's record with his 1,335th victory in aforementioned Spurs win over the Lakers. And so to celebrate, Popovich just said, hey, I'll take 3 questions, talk to reporters afterward, and left. So
I like Pop.
NHL has suspended its dealings with Russia-based KHL, a move that can make it more difficult for teams to sign players from there. That's according to AP.
I miss just sports. I just want sports to happen. No lockouts, no political cuts and ties. I just want sports.
Yeah, I mean,
please.
There's reasons for doing it, right? I mean, Russia's invading a country, but I hear what you're saying. Like in an idealistic
I mean, the overall,
sense.
like, stop invading people. Can we just argue about how much the Yankees suck and not that I need to invade another country? Come on, Putin.
Mike, I'll never actually argue with you that the Yankees suck. I'll agree with you.
Boom, see?
Austin attacked
we would
12.
all just agree the Yankees suck. World peace would happen.
Austin attacked 12's Yankees. Former Los Angeles Kings player Tyler Toffoli, with 2 goals last night for your Calgary Flames. 7 goals in the last 10 games with the Flames. I like how Chris is tracking all the success of former Kings with your Calgary Flames.
Is it because the Kings currently suck?
Actually, they're not that bad. They're hanging right there with Calgary. So, since you asked, your updated conference standings. The Flames, 75 points to lead the Pacific Division. The Kings, 71 points.
Ooh. That's a lot of points.
Not as many as the Avalanche, 87 atop the Western Conference. So.
Didn't someone just score like their 40th goal of the season or something? And isn't that crazy? Did you already talk about that?
I have not seen that one.
I thought I saw yesterday on Twitter someone scored their 40th goal of the season. Is that a lot?
I don't know.
What's an average? Let's see, 40 NHL goal. Nope, NHL goals. I thought somebody just did it. Did somebody just do it? Matthew scores 40th goal as Toronto ends something or another. Oh, apparently it hasn't happened that often. Okay.
There you go.
Go figure.
Yeah, in 2019-20, the leader in goals, 48 for the year. That was Alex Ovechkin and David Pastrnak. It's a lot.
Pastrnak.
Chris M. you would know. So
yeah.
All right. There you go. Any other sports?
Go figure. Soccer happened this weekend.
We did talk about the draw.
Timbers drew.
Yeah.
Yimi Chara scored his second bicycle kick goal in as many games.
I did see someone tweet out, though, that the Portland Timbers Rose colored jerseys. Their kit.
Gorgeous.
It may be one of the top 3 kits in all of MLS history.
Gorgeous. I need to get my hands on one.
Next hour, we'll tell you about an ice fishing shanty that was blown across a Michigan bay. I'll tell you that story. We'll also have your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, Clip of the Day, takeaways that were pretty okay. Our good friend, Sports.Gaming, will rejoin us. So we'll have that coming up as well. So stick around. There's a lot more happening on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. We'll also play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monsters.
You plus me equals
won't
us.
believe it. That's coming up next hour as well. Thank you, Biggie, for the follow on Twitch. We'll come back with more. It's Gaming Morning Show, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
take myself out of this game. It feels like hell. Remember to still be humble when people ask what's going on around me. When people ask what's going on around me. Baby, here's my notice. I'm moving forward past this, acting like I'm so fearless, but in reality I'm scared crapless. Oh no, it's my turn to change the narrative towards self-worth. We're changing things, now I'm in charge, darling. Don't be afraid to hear a story that makes you feel so blue. These are happening daily, so go and help someone who needs to become free. Oh yeah, we're all becoming free. Felt like I was stuck in chains. All this time with you, I took the pain. Knew that it was wrong to stay.
In a world where keyboards just won't work, one streamer is determined to make it right.
I want a D that works. I need the D to work.
A quest that would take her on a journey of a lifetime. With her baby daddy by her side.
That's how we do, baby!
It's not my baby
You
daddy
like
or my
mix. I
anytime
just
near
got
soon
it.
future baby daddy.
She overcame all odds and fixed the D.
My D has been broken for so long, but I touched it. It was so good, and it feels so good to have a D that works.
This summer, Superphonic.
Sorry, KK.
Kiki Lowe starring The Lost City of D. A gaming morning show production. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, Community Games. Don't let the person hanging from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. It's all coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show, the Tuesday edition on February 8th, plus a month, 2022. It's March 8th, 2022. Thank you so much for being here. Shawn, and look, it's Michael on the left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof. Bear is here as well. Diego's been hanging out with us and reporting at this hour, at least in the second hour. We do have a story of an ice fishing shanty that's blown across a Michigan bay. That's coming up. It is also National Peanut Cluster Day, National Organize Your Home Office Day, National Proofreading Day, Unique Names Day, and National Oregon Day. All of those are days of the day. It is time to say hello.
Morning to the Final Hour crew.
Final Hour crew is here, including Pickle Feets and businesses. Sis is here, the birthday person. Hello! It's your birthday song. It isn't very long. Beep.
Beep, boop, boop, beep,
I
boop.
see what's happening here. This will make a lot more sense in just a moment.
They don't have a clue. Who?
There we go. That'll work a lot better. FHC is here. The ambassadors of the Final Hour crew here as well. Hey, it's Brendan_TTV. And Chris M.E. Quiet M Gaming is with us. I am JF Downs, along for the ride as well. K-Laugh, Dungeon Meowster KJ, and many, many others on this Tuesday edition of the show. Wow. Good to have a community birthday. Good to see someone in the audience celebrating a birthday today.
Yeah.
Sis, do you have any plans for said birthday?
What if Sis is just like, no? Stop asking me questions. Like, okay, fine.
Sis is like, it's not my birthday.
I was just joking when I said that.
We both realized too that Mike and I did that businesses, if you say it quickly, it sounds like businesses.
Yep.
You might have missed last hour too. We went through all the types of drawers that exist in the world too, like the sunk drawer and the drunk drawer and the who'da thunk drawer.
The hunk drawer with David Hasselhoff.
There's those people who call their pants or their underwear drawers.
So it'd be your drawer.
Okay.
Your drawer.
We learned that Superphonic was handling Kiki's drawers. So,
because Kiki doesn't do her own drawers.
Yeah, so Super has to.
Yeah.
So a whole bunch of stuff. Yesterday,
crazy.
I was over at Sean's house. We've been having a lot of dinners over there over the course of the last 2 weeks with our father-in-law passing, spending more time together. But one of Sports Doc wife's friends in town for the funeral and made us these specialty. Was I eating refried beans?
Yeah, they were refried beans, homemade refried beans.
So they're very popular in the house. I have always stayed away from refried beans because to me they didn't look good, but a lot of the ones that come from a can
They were
Not
put
like
there
the
by a man.
Peaches. They're different. No, it's a different factory. Theirs is uptown. The Peaches factory is downtown. So, yeah. They look like they're just like clumpy, and it didn't look appealing to me ever. But trying to be a good sport, I'm like, you know what? I will try this wonderful dish that I've heard so much about. So I took my tortilla chips, and I took a tortilla chip and stuck it in there. Ate. I was like, okay, not bad. So I learned yesterday that really high quality refried beans that are made from pinto beans, which I've never generally liked, fine. Okay. And then, Shawn, what happened next?
Well, you were on a roll with trying new things. The beans, it was kind of a revelation. Ryan was like literally beside himself. He didn't know how to react and how to feel about liking the beans. And so we had the sauce, and we call it Taco Bell sauce because it's just like a knockoff recipe of the creamy jalapeno sauce that Taco Bell puts on their quesadillas. And we make it for Mexican food frequently. And so we had the sauce, and many of us have been adding the sauce to the beans because it's a spicy sauce, and you add it to the beans and it's delicious. So it's like, well, Ryan discovered one thing he likes, so he should clearly try the sauce. And he tried the sauce.
And so I put this sauce in my mouth. I tried it just on a chip by itself, and I was like, okay, it's fine. And then they said to add it to the beans mixture. I add some cheese as well. I can tell you that I didn't dislike the sauce. Which, as you may suspect, that is the highest of praise I can give a sauce.
Would you possibly even say that, like, the flavor of the sauce added to the flavor of the beans, like, added a little bit of something?
Did I say that?
Did.
I think I did say that.
Did say that.
Yeah, it didn't take away from the deliciousness of what was underneath. High praise.
So what was your takeaway from that?
Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Great. Sounds good.
And in this case, that nut is Ryan.
Yeah, it was good. I like the refried beans better than the sauce for sure, but it was pretty okay. Hey, here's actually probably the biggest revelation from that whole thing was everyone was like, oh, actually I remember what it was. Hefty Wife almost screwed up the whole thing. Hefty Wife was like, you may want to put it on something else because it's so spicy or something. And Shawn's like, no. Don't tell him he doesn't like it before he tries it. We'll shut it down. And it wasn't as spicy as it seemed like it was going to be. So maybe I'm also getting into like really spicy foods.
Oh. Would you like to be on Oof That's Hot?
Oh, no.
I have some hot sauces we can try.
Man, that sounds fun. I've watched Mike O be on Oof That's Hot numerous times.
I will never. It's been canceled.
Yeah, it was canceled once before.
Yeah.
And then you did another episode.
It's going to be canceled for now. Anyway.
Fair point. The shortest timeline to a reboot in all TV history. Brennan goes, such growth in 1 week. Ryan liked the sauce and admitted crepes are thin. No, Ryan did not admit that. That was the work of some sort of list that tried to sell French crepes as pancakes. Ridiculous. Dungeon Master KJ. And with that, I have to go to work. Love you all. And have a lovely day. Some sauce could be considered wet seasonings. Unlike, what was the thing that you said? Dry sauces or evaporated sauces? Powdered sauces. That's
powdered sauces. Ground black pepper. It's just a powdered sauce.
Refried beans existential crisis. Chris is still planning to make your Taco Bell sauce at some point.
As you should. It's delicious.
Superphonic also said Hefty has been careful. Hefty has been careful.
That was good, Super.
Ryan's coming around. Maiko and Hefty do oof that's hot, please, says Downs.
No, you're not allowed to even say the title, Downs. You cheated.
What? I didn't hear about the controversy. How did Downs cheat?
So when you oof that's hot, you're supposed to have a hefty helping of hot sauce on your thing. And Dobbs just did little dibs. Just little poop. So while I was dying, Downs was like, oh, this is fine. Cheated.
Ryan sounded so authentic when he said it sounded like fun. Yes, didn't I come across as so excited to be on Oof That's Hot? Although Quiet suggesting we call that episode Goof That's Hot. Actually, Quiet, that'll be when I interview Paris Hilton.
What do you want to do?
Because it would make sense for the pun.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We're having calls for Oof That's Hot with Pickle Fits.
Well, great. If someone else wants to host it, go for it. Because, man, that was a rough one.
So wait. I don't remember the end of how that one ended. I do remember how the one with, what was it, Chris, the first one?
The bloody nose, yeah.
Yeah, and you had to sign off without being able to say goodbye. You're telling me the one with Downs ended worse?
That one was just pain and agony, because I had a really, really hot one, and I had a very healthy helping of it on my nuggie. And Downs like, oh, this is fine. As I'm like, the moment it went into my mouth, I regretted all of my life's decisions. And it was not fun at all. The last 3 minutes of the show were a struggle. I think I ingested half a thing of yogurt because that was the only thing that would help, and then I had some other issues arise.
And what was the Scoville rating of the last one?
6 economies.
It's not intelligent.
It was too many.
Too many.
Downs goes English pancakes are pancakes. English pancakes are the same as a crepe. Crepe is a pancake. According to one probably not very good source of information.
This is from Downs, the guy who cheated with the hot sauces.
Well, and then there's, Downs was trying to tell us yesterday that a flapjack in the UK is like a cereal bar.
Look, you've lost a bunch of wars. You're not allowed to name things. Especially when it comes to pancakes. Or pancake adjacent things.
Leavening agents! It's 8:20 West Coast time, 11:20 out east. It is 4:20 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thanks for being here. Today is International Women's Day, a global celebration to commemorate women and call to action accelerating gender parity. This according to Twitter. So we're asking you, who are the most impactful women in your life? Kalaf says, pancakes and pancakes adjacent.
I like it.
We have some steadfast rules, and the thing that we have, hey, it's Brendan_TTV, that no one else has, is we have Bob.
I am your pancake expert.
So.
True.
Chris and me agrees. Adding leavening agents doesn't materially change pancakes versus crepes. Exactly. So basically, Chris is doubling down on.
A crepe is not a pancake.
I think that's what Chris is trying to say, at least. So.
Oh.
I think. Flapjacks are a snack to me, says Superphonic, and yes, they are a pancake. So you're telling me that thing, if you go to @WatchGMS on Twitter, that JF Downs mentioned us in, that's supposed to be a pancake.
No.
You can see it on our Twitter. Downs goes, we didn't even do the hottest. You're telling me that you and Downs didn't even get to the hottest one?
Well, see, here's the thing, right? So Downs, again, claims that he did the one that I did in which my face melted. But again, he did a little like, dap, dap, and then ate it. And it doesn't do anything.
Did a
Sorry,
dollar.
what did he do?
Tap, tap. There it goes. Cheater.
Sounds like I'm in the hospital all of a sudden. No, I'm on hold. Dap, dap.
Dap, dap. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Dap, dap.
Have you seen that bit with the comedian who said we should no longer do the phone like this and said this should be the phone now?
No, I haven't, but
I'm sorry, I'm on the phone now, so no one will know what this is.
Was this ever like an accurate representation of a phone? I mean, kind
Yeah.
of. But
Like you have the
I don't.
Yeah, the
The
one that you
ear-
kind of
earpiece.
I don't remember the mouthpiece and the earpiece being so pointy.
I think if you look back at that one that kind of looked like you would hold like this and had like the. It wasn't as pointy. You're right, but yeah. Hello.
This taken out of context is problematic, I think.
Hello.
Someone takes a picture of you pretending to be on the phone. and be
Hello?
like, no, don't hit yourself in the face. Stop.
All right. How do we find out how successful we've been in this game, Bob?
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, exclamation point, DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
We are currently riding high at 31 balloons in this game. 31.
31.
We have a best of 50 on the screen, but we know the all-time record is closer to like 129. So if we can find a way to get like 98 balloons today.
90 degrees.
-1. Actually, 99 technically would beat the record, so.
It's accurate.
Down says special days, guessed D, and then said Sunday.
What?
Off to such a good start.
D.
Hurry, guess you.
Oh my god. Just go with quiet, right?
All right, we'll go Good Friday. That is the correct answer. We are off to a blazing start.
It's ridiculous.
Perfect. 5 balloons, 36 is our total. We move on to places. Now, do we add anything to the U streak when we don't guess you?
No.
Okay. What was the answer to that last one, Sports Talk Gaming?
Oh, that was Good Frudu.
Good frudu, the old Norse saying. You're walking into a room, you say "Good frudu," and then they throw chives at you. I believe.
I'm excited to recreate those moments with you later, Mike, when we're all in the same place. Chris and me said that was the first time we got more than one balloon in a while.
Is that a challenge, Chris? Because I think people can rise up to that. I don't know if you want to throw that out there.
It was not Greenland.
Amsterdam. In 5 seconds. Then Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
I do love that vodka. Hey, there you
Diego
go.
agrees.
Solved.
What's that?
Cracked.
You can't go there. You don't have a passport.
It's Diego, the gaming morning show lizard.
Wow, I haven't heard that before. Hey, you got a new song. Yeah, no, it's like for real. Okay. He says cool.
You're welcome.
You from Downs.
Me?
You.
I don't think it's Mike O. That's a lot of letters.
Sorry, Downs.
Freaking Downs. Downs, the old cheater.
Quiet does have a point. We went from 5. The last one was 3, which means this next one will probably bank 1 balloon. What's the U streak to?
Extra Zuru? What? Extra Zuru, good Frudu.
Triple Zuru.
What?
It's okay, Downs. You'll get it eventually.
My goodness.
We've gotten exactly Nugatuv through with you so far. We're going the wrong way.
Oh, man.
2 balloons, huh?
Oh, now down to 1.
T.
Great.
Ooh, no.
Top of the moron, thank you for being here with the final hour crew, Chrissy Icky.
Hello, FHC.
Guessing A. That did hit. We did get the A.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Pickle Feets wants to guess Italy. Am I screwing up and making everyone mad if I type I?
Yes.
Maybe it's Italy something.
It's Italy, France.
Woo voo gnu oof thu doop und. What did I just say?
Yep. About right.
Brendan, you okay? Asked Pickle. We're dead.
Let's go to dead.
Well, we banked 39 balloons. We miss out in the history category. The answer was Black Friday.
What? What? Why is that history?
I'm guessing there was probably a bad day. Let me see. Black Friday.
It's Black Friday is, the shopping day. There's always bad things that happen on that day. Huh?
According to Wiktionary.
Oh.
Black Friday is an ill-omened day according to ancient superstition. So a Friday that was darkened by another ill omen, such as being the 13th, or an actual disaster became known as Black Friday. Again, according to Wiktionary, Philadelphia police applied the term to the day after Thanksgiving because the large number of people out shopping made traffic chaotic.
Oh. Yeah, I can buy that.
Quiet M Gaming has a point. We had Good Friday and then Black Friday, and we lost. Well, maybe we learned something today. So, there you go.
It follows Gray Thursday.
I wonder how on earth we didn't get the puzzle. Put another feather in your hat.
I should have.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Chris Emmy, I learned that it wasn't Italy. That's correct. It was not Italy.
It could have been.
Still could have been.
Yeah.
Been Italy.
Italy Friday.
I think they changed it mid game. They're like, oh no, they're onto us.
Pickle had it all along.
Yeah. Great job, Pickle. No one has ever guessed that before.
I'm gonna go with we get a mulligan for that one.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
that's fair.
think I don't think that's how that works.
No, it's fine. It's all. Yep.
Can't we hit that cool button that makes us rewind and then we can just start over? Not that button. That button sucks.
Oh god.
Control Z. Everything we just learned was a lie. It's 8.
I think the buttons are broken.
Today is National Peanut Cluster Day, National
Don't say that
Organize
too
Your
fast.
Home Office Day, Bulging Disc, National Proofreading Day, Proofreading, Proofreading Day.
Nailed it.
Unique Names Day and National Oregon Day. Otherwise known as the day that Mike almost got kicked out of the state of Oregon.
By a lady within 3 minutes of being there. Jeez.
Welcome to Oregon. Would you like to go with me on a float down the Willamette River? And then after that, we can go grab some food on Couch Street in Portland.
So I lived on Cooch Street for a while and totally called it Couch for a little bit. And I got lost at one point, and I was like, hey, we can help you get home. I'm like, cool. And they're like, where do you live? And I was like, on Couch Street. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, Couch Street. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, 199 Couch? I'm like, you mean Cooch? And I was like, there's no, like, what? There's a U in it.
There's a clear way to spell cooch, and they did not.
Yeah, this is not it. I know what a cooch is, and this isn't it. Yeah. It's a weird place.
I used to play with my cooch balls all the time.
God.
Those like little spiky things that you could like bounce around a bunch.
No idea what you're talking about.
I'll put him in the Discord. I mean, I think you got a point. When something's spelled C-O-U-C-H, how on earth would you get that wrong? You know what I mean?
It's couch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's already
Chris.
a word. That's like I get that's not the name of the street, but that's just whoever decided to name it that. Couch is already a word, and it's just so frustrating.
Cooch balls.
That's why I said cooch
Yeah.
balls.
Not cooch. Cooch, yeah.
Yeah. I even found one back in the day and let my kids play with it. They were like a collector's item.
Were they? Like just like Beanie Babies.
Yeah, just like Beanie Babies. Yeah, I think you're the first person who ever came to Oregon and mispronounced Couch Street. So.
Well, I've turned into the person too that when someone says Oregon, I'm like, it's not Oregon, it's Oregon.
Yeah. Well, and I get it. Like, you're not gonna believe me, but I've had some people be like, "Did you live in Montana?" So.
Sorry, say that again.
I've had people ask me, "Did you live in Montana?"
Montana?
Yep.
Okay.
Which
some people call it the crick, so I guess.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I'm just saying we shouldn't be too hard on you. So if you come to Oregon and you ask me about the Willamette River, I will help you. I will not kick you out of the state like the person who helped Mike.
I will take you to Cooch Street while you're asking for the couch.
Like Joe Montana, the famous football player, said Quiet Gaming.
played for the 49ers, right?
Yeah, yeah, that same Joe Montana.
Whoa.
Chris and me said, Montagna? Is that a thing?
Sounds like a spaghetti dish.
Caleb goes, there are cities named Italy in Texas, South Carolina, New York, and Florida in the U.S. There are also Italies in Madagascar and they bounced. Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan close.
Thank you,
Fine.
Kazakhstan. Thank you.
Cooch. So, there are like cities in Madagascar.
Why wouldn't there be cities in Madagascar?
I thought it was just like one big island named Madagascar.
It is, with cities in it.
Well, apparently there's at least one city named Italy.
I mean, Iceland is a big island named Iceland, but it has cities too.
but people know of like Rehovnik and whatever the other ones are.
I'm guessing many Madagascarites also know of some cities in Madagascar.
Are they? What?
I don't know what their
I thought it
terminology
was a
is.
big jungle where like you didn't go there because there's like poisonous stuff and undiscovered stuff.
Pickle just said I thought Madagascar just had talking animals, so
Now that's ridiculous.
we'll try to expand our knowledge of other nations beyond just DreamWorks cartoons.
No promises.
Okay, this was going pretty okay, and then it's just become a train wreck.
Well, yeah, until what? Madagascar has a population of 28 million? 28 million what?
Lemurs.
Apparently.
Okay, so you're telling me all this time you were in GeoGuessr Madagascar never came up?
No. Not once.
Well, I got my takeaway that was pretty okay.
Wow. I'm shook right now.
Apparently. I thought you were
going to high school and tell Megan this stuff.
I thought you were just messing with me for a second.
No, I'm
I had a
serious.
revelation today.
Wow.
28 million what?
I spent my whole life thinking Madagascar was like this uninhabited island with like Antarctica, but apparently it's not.
It is not. No, that's true.
Wow.
Hilarious. Welcome in, Maiko. It's good to see you this morning. It is now 8:38 on the West Coast. It is 11:38 on the East. 4:38 for those watching GMS in the UK. Whispers make me uncomfortable, said Chris and me. I agree. Those are the worst.
Accurate.
I think I'd rather listen to the whispers, though, than that slurp sound that Kiki Lo makes. So,
Madagascar is about the size of California.
Like with people?
No, like land mass.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that.
But what's the population of the state of California?
28 million lemurs.
What's the population of California? I'm actually curious.
Oh wow, it's the second largest island country.
Just under 40 million.
Jeez, really? They have elections there? What the hell?
You really thought it was just an island jungle?
Kind of, yeah. I didn't realize. Like, I had no idea that there were like cities and stuff there.
We need to take Mike to Madagascar now. That'll be our first international trip.
I would love to
outside
go
of
to
Europe.
Madagascar.
Yeah, so would I.
They discover new species in Madagascar daily. That's why I was like, it's like this island thing where it's great. Nope.
It's where David Schwimmer was born, I think.
That's not true.
Maybe.
Just played the giraffe.
Oh.
I did like
my mistake.
To Pickle Feet said, I thought Madagascar just had talking animals. And Kate goes, and lemurs. And Pickle goes, Kate, lemurs are animals. Well, thank you for being here for the Thursday show. This is fantastic. It's 8:40 on the West Coast. Let's see what Look at Myco is tracking. If Myco has something he's tracking at this hour.
I'm currently tracking the politics in Madagascar. This is insane. Let's switch gears. We'll go back to Madagascar in a moment. However, according to the AP, there was a tragedy that happened in Michigan. 3 anglers are safe after a homemade ice fishing shanty was blown about a mile or 1.6 kilometers across a bay in Michigan by winds that neared 50 miles per hour. A person on shore called Huron County dispatchers about 8 a.m. Sunday after seeing someone struggling with the shanty as it was being blown across the ice on Saginaw Bay off McKinley Township, Huron County. The shanty, which had been occupied by 3 men, was about 1.5 miles offshore when deputies arrived. Hanson said a fire department airboat was taken to the site for rescue, but the 3 men eventually were able to make it across the ice to shore on their own. The men refused medical treatment. They told deputies they spent Saturday night on the ice in the shanty and were aware of the approaching storm, but apparently took for granted the powers of the wind, as opposed to the colors of the wind. The men were making arrangements to return to shore when wind gusts began to push the shanty. McKinley Township is located in Michigan's Thumb region, about 120 miles or 193 kilometers north of Detroit. Kate knows where that is. Kate, did you ever get stuck in an ice shanty blowing on the water or on the bay? How about, have you ever been to Madagascar?
Fun fact, Madagascar is about the same size as Michigan's thumb. I don't think that's true.
Has as many ice shanties per capita as Michigan. They're just not
there's
on
like
ice.
a lot of regions and provinces in Madagascar. There's one called Diana, Sava, Idisi, and Anal. Yeah, Anal Amanga. Good one. Vakin Akaratra, Bangolava, Sofia. Oh, okay. There's one called Malaki, which is kind of like Malarkey if you're from Boston. Manabe, Ihorambe. Oh, Harambe.
I think you need to bust out your Siri.
Nah, we're doing fine.
Are we?
But apparently vanilla is one of their largest exports. Go figure. Yeah. Who knew? Kudu.
I think most of the people from Madagascar knew.
They might have been aware.
There are people from Madagascar. Do they know there are people from Madagascar?
I mean, what I love about this the most is Mike is actually a pretty aware person, so this
Yeah,
kind of
no,
shows you that anybody can make mistakes, and it's great. I wonder if that was one of those things that, like, you were randomly told as, like, a kid, and it's just stuck with you subconsciously for the rest of your life.
Well, no, it goes back to my love affair with the National Geographic, where every time you see Madagascar in the National Geographic, they talk about I knew there was people there, but they always made it seem like they're these remote tribes that don't have power or technology or anything. They just live off out in the jungles. They never ever talk about the cities. They always talked about the jungle and the tribes that live there. All the animals and how they find a new species per day there. So I don't think I put together that there's other things. Wow.
I'm gonna laugh if I find a National Geographic, the
It's
full-blown expose on the population of Madagascar. There's a grand tour special, the Madagascar special on Amazon that can teach you stuff.
Well, looks like I know what I'm doing the rest of my day.
And that was the day Mike became the #1 expert on Madagascar.
Beyond David Schwimmer. Did you also know that David Schwimmer started a couch moving company in Madagascar?
Or did he move cooches?
It's the company is called We'll Move Your Couch, but it's spelled COOCH.
Yep. They developed the pivot method there.
Whole different product.
Down's actually wishing it was Thursday. Well, you could always just show whomever you're trying to convince it's Thursday the show. And be like, oh yeah, no, that checks out. That definitely looked like a Thursday show. Have a nice weekend.
Hagolfa 2.
According to
Flabbity.
Calaf, Hellville is in Diana, which is now a different thing, but we all know.
Oh.
Thank you for research and developing, Calaf. We appreciate that. Pickle goes, doesn't Grand Tour focus mostly on cars? Maybe they did some cool car stuff in Madagascar.
They have cars in Madagascar too. I thought they just rode lemurs.
And
Zebras.
Actually, legitimate question. Are there penguins in Madagascar, or was that they picked the penguins up like in Antarctica or something? Oh, no, they were at the zoo. Never mind. They all started at the zoo.
No, get out.
Rocket cars.
Madagascar.
Well, now that we learned something, how many of our takeaways that were pretty okay will not be about Madagascar?
I'm still holding on to one from the first hour.
Yeah, I'm really upset by that.
Calaf said, oh, if we really want to bump up the mispronunciation counter, just rattle off some cities in Madagascar. I think I would defer to Surrey. To Surrey. I just said Surrey wrong.
Well, you may default to Siri, but you'll get at least one.
Drunk drawer. Does it feel like when we were naming drawers, doesn't that feel like that was a week ago?
I can't remember it.
It's been a good show. Been a good show. Oh, crap.
Surrey, you sure are party.
Oh, we got the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews coming up after this. We'll recap the video game headlines of the day.
Maybe.
Or tell you more fun facts about Madagascar.
And David Schwimmer.
Did you know David Schwimmer was also on Broadway?
What? In Madagascar?
Was not in The Lion King, though.
Do they have lions in Madagascar?
Wait, was
It's a
David
savannah creature? I bet they don't, actually.
Was David Schwimmer the giraffe or the lion?
No, I just mean in general.
Okay.
I'm thinking in the country. 'Cause I don't think that they have.
They safe.
Wait, am I playing my own game? I've got this big disconnect thing on my screen.
I got
right
that
now.
too.
Okay.
Oh.
Because when you said nice save, I was moving it toward the blue goal.
No, I scored. I think.
On my
nope,
screen,
there it is.
On my screen, you were just stopped near the goal, and the ball happened to slowly just roll into you. It was great.
All right, there we go. That was weird.
Bummer.
All right, we won that game.
I scored like 9 times.
You are one of life's winners.
We were just about to make a comeback.
Oh, we did. We won that game.
By a lot.
From the time that you said nice save to the time we disconnected, I actually scored 6 goals, believe it or not. You can look it up. It's on the TV. Calaf says, new Rocket League season starts today. I think Big Patchy.
Helicopter?
That's what they call my back here.
No, we still got 22 hours and 39 minutes.
Let's head to the chopper.
All I have to do is win 30 games in competitive playlists to finish all of the challenges.
That's all, though.
That's all.
8:50 West Coast, 11:50 out east, 4:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Coming up, we will do our takeaways that were pretty okay. We learned a bunch of things today, including a lost iPhone that was found clogging a toilet a decade later. Beer.
The drunk droid with a bear.
I've said so many things wrong today. It's ridiculous. just like the simple words. Holy cow. We started the day at 1:49. Thanks to your efforts, chat. And mine too. I think we're at like 1:55 now. Like, holy cow. We learned about a bear that was relocated to a sanctuary after an Italian bakery break-in. That's a different story if it was about a beer.
Bit different.
And an ice fishing shanty blown across the Michigan Bay, but everyone was okay. So.
Oh.
Okay. So we got takeaways that were pretty okay. That's coming up in just a little bit. We also have clip of the day in just a bit. Right now it's time for the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. This is a recap all the video game headlines of the day. Once again, here's hashtag video game expert Shawn.
Good morning. It is still Tuesday, sometimes Thursday, March 8th, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. Your Gaming Re-News, even. GTA 5 and GTA Online are finally making their way to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S later this month. And you can get your saves moved over. We talked about that yesterday. Well, now we know the pricing structure for these games. The big takeaway is they are $40 on both systems. If you just want GTA Online, they're $20. But each of them have some level of discount for the first 3 months. On the Xbox side of things, for the first 3 months, you can get online for half price at $9.99, or you can get the full game at half price for $19.99. If you're on the PlayStation, you can get GTA Online for free the first 3 months, after which it'll be the full $19.99, or you can get the full game for 75% off, $9.99. That's your best deal for sure. So if you want to play GTA 5, all you have to do is buy a PlayStation 5 and then spend $10. Piece of cake. We've also officially entered delay season now that a bunch of games have launched in February and we have some more coming out in March. So now it's time to delay all of the next games. The first one to fall is Forspoken, which has been delayed from May 24th to October 11th, with the usual explanation of why it's been delayed, and that is to give more time to polish it and make it not Cyberpunk 2077. Also delayed, in a very entertaining way, some Steam Deck pre-orders have been delayed. This is from Kat Bailey from IGN. People who pre-ordered Steam Decks have seen their order availability been pushed from Q3 2022 to, quote, after Q3 2022, which is still just very entertaining. Nothing's out today, to my knowledge, because Zach Zweisen hasn't made his This Week in Games article listing all of the games that come out, and nothing big came out to make it onto any other lists. So nothing's out today. No name of the morning. So sorry.
If you missed any of it, we'll go to Twitter at WatchGMS, and you can search for the hashtag
GMS Morning Gaming News.
That's all you have to do. Billy Thundergun Award winner. Woof. Man. Wow. We could nominate David Schwimmer.
Can we give it to the entire country of Madagascar?
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
By the way, for what it's worth, I was looking for someone who on Twitch might be playing any of the Madagascar names or games, or had Madagascar in their name, and I'm not finding anyone who's live. But if you do so, between now and the clip of the day, let me know. So, congratulations, Madagascar, a country with 58 million people.
Nope.
It's less than that.
28?
Like 28.
28.
However, there are more people there than there are in Australia. Okay.
So many takeaways. Those will be next. Takeaways that were pretty okay. Right now it's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look! It's the clip of the day. It's a game of hide and seek.
Yeah.
You can install open shelving. I'm fine with this. I like one of my favorite things about watching Tiny House Nation is seeing how they use vertical space. I think it is something that I always have an opportunity to use more of. So yeah, some nice shelving. Make it go to the ceiling. I'm fairly tall. I can get a stool. I can get to the top of there. I'm on board.
4. Number 4, use drawer dividers. That's right, large drawers are great for storing paperwork. But small desk items should be separated into small sections with drawer dividers to help keep everything organized. Yeah, I guess. Or you can just throw them all in one drawer and again have the whole, like, hey, what's in here game. That's my favorite game, so I don't...
Every drawer is a drunk drawer.
A drunk drawer?
It was a tough day today on Proofreading Day. It's a tough day on Proofreading Day for me to say regular words.
Well, you got your proofreading done. It's the speaking that's kind of...
Yeah, that was the part that got you pretty hard.
Yeah. That's tomorrow. Speak correctly day.
Pickle Feet says bear at the bear bar with bear, or bear and beer drink bear beers at the bear bar.
That was pretty good.
What?
Now do it faster.
I do want to give
Go.
honorable mention, maybe the Sir William Lightning Knife III award to that list that Mike found, because we found 4 things to share. But man, did we ad-lib. So I'm proud of us for going through that thing. Vertical drawers. So
it's ridiculous.
All right, what are takeaways that were pretty okay? Something we learned from today's show, and then we're going to send you over to Prickly Virgo. Jordan, her tarot cards, gaming, and beep talking, playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild this morning. I like this considering the other day I referenced one of the villains from the Zelda games as Gaston. Bear dropped something. It's fine. Good luck defeating Ganon. So we could probably go there and we could say good morning from Gaston if we wanted to. All right, and thank you again. Today was International Women's Day. It was trending on Twitter. So to the teacher who in my life really had a huge impact on me, and to everyone else who shared stories of impactful women in their lives, including Kate Zaid, who was referenced earlier in the show. Thank you so much for being who you are and being in our lives. And we will continue to work for gender equity in this country, but also in this world. So, look, it's Michael. What is your takeaway that's pretty okay?
I don't even know where to start. Do you know there was people in Madagascar? Like a lot of them? I thought maybe there was like 1,000. There's 28 million.
I cannot
bigger
wait
than Australia.
Until next time you play GeoGuessr, and Madagascar is the answer. It'll be great.
Better. Goodness.
Sports.gaming, your takeaway that was pretty okay.
There was a Punky Brewster sequel season in 2021.
Go figure.
And it had Freddie Prinze Jr., his Punky's ex-husband.
Yeah, that was something we learned 30 days ago, it feels like. First part of the show is so long ago. Chris and me takeaway is that Mike makes no secret when he learns something. Yeah, transparency. Kate Zaid said Madagascar actually has people on it.
Yeah, go figure.
K-Laugh learned about bunk drawers today.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hunk drawers or sunk drawers or lunk drawers. Hunk drawers. There's so many drawers.
Uh-huh. I learned that Superphonic handles Kiki's drawers. So, yeah.
Good job, Super.
We will be back tomorrow as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And, of course, on Wednesday, 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time. It is GMS After Dark with Look, It's Maiko, this week's guest for music, fun, and games. It's the one, the only Rob Kovac, so be sure to check in with that as well. Chrissy Icky learned that David Schwimmer makes a couch moving company in Madagascar. Cooch Street. Coming up later on GMS Remodels, Superphonic handles Mike's drawers. So, stick around for that. For everyone who made it possible, Austin, Mike, Sean, I am Hefty Goof. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Sis. Please say good morning from GMS to Prickly Virgo. We'll be back tomorrow. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.